Oh my god!
Stop it! I said I wasn't a troll, okay?
We don't care. Here's another one. We don't care. Here's another one.
Whoa, guys! What?
Finding new Pokemon, finding new gym leaders, new towns.
Oh man, it's so
fascinating.
And then it's non-canon.
It's really weird.
Fuck anyone who says otherwise.
It's a classic. It's a classic to me.
To these creatures.
they're definitely some of the most interesting creatures.
Infected. I created.
Pokemon was the last vestige of nature.
It's just super chill.
I see you. You trill today. Let's go. I'm invested.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
This is Silph Radio Dead, a perversion of Silph Radio Live, a spin-off of Silph Radio, a Pokemon podcast on any podcast platform. Look that shit up. My name's Nathan K. Are y'all ready to get spooky? Blake's ready to get spooky. Motherfucking Craig Lewis, are you ready to get spooky?
Oh my god. Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. Welcome to Silph Radio Live. Craig Lewis, my podcasting partner, finally back in the motherfucking secret room for our Halloween special. Blake, how you doing, man? And who's that? Silph Radio Dead. Welcome. This is so exciting, man. I've been waiting. The chat's been waiting. It's the moment.
I don't know why.
There's another Craig Lewis in the chat.
Oh no.
That Craig Lewis. Is that the biker? The cyclist?
It might be the youth pastor that raps.
Is that a guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't Google yourself unless you want to be disappointed with a common ass name like Craig Lewis.
Yeah. So, happy Halloween. I see that you also dressed up as a Trump supporter. No mask?
Oh my god. I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm pro-green, buddy. I got rocking that smoking life.
Oh yeah, here, hold on. We'll make my Trump supporter costume complete.
Classy.
Yeah, there we go.
You're wearing a gin diaper.
Yeah. Alright, that bit was so not worth the energy.
Well, hello,
spent
Wendell.
Wendell, the
Welcome to the
ruffian!
chat.
Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the fucking chat. I feel like I only recognize you from Instagram, or do I also know you from other interactions? That's super cool. Super exciting. Happy Halloween.
That is a friend of mine who has decided to join us tonight.
Oh, dope. Well, thanks for liking all my fucking Instagram posts and shit. It's very appreciated. So, today, for Halloween, we were thinking, I was like, oh my god, I feel like the timing is going to be perfect. We're going to arrive in Lavender Town. We can explore Pokemon Tower for Halloween. I forgot. I need a Silph.
I feel extremely privileged to be here for Lavender Town, Nathan.
I need a Silph scope to do anything of note in Pokemon Tower, though. So I still need to go to Celadon
absolutely
City.
Do.
Yeah, I gotta go through the Team Rocket head. So that was that element of the Halloween show isn't exactly what I thought it was gonna be. But we're in Lavender Town. Hopefully, the music doesn't make us kill ourselves.
That was a different creepypasta.
Yes, we're going to be reading creepypastas later on the program, and that's going to be fun. Craig's going to be reading creepypastas, so I get to just kick back and I get to be regaled with tales of terror from the master himself.
Relax. It's like, oh yeah, Craig's going to be doing the reading while I do nothing. No, you're doing enough, Mr. Host.
Yeah. And
what up, Gyarados Thug?
Whoa, what's going on, Gyarados Thug? What else we got? You can still climb the tower to the point where you need the scope, or at the very least, catch a ghastly. You can't catch a ghastly without the scope, though, right? And who is phone?
Then who is phone?
I don't know. Who is phone? Yeah. So
Flakers, the creepypasta episodes are some of your favorites. I'm happy they are because they're absolutely my favorites to make.
oh my god, yeah, they're definitely some of my favorites too. Why am I going to heal? Yeah, that's going to be really fucking cool. We're not reading Pokemon creepypastas, though. We're finally going to dip our toesies into some, just regular creepypastas. As regular as pasta that's creepy can be.
Do you guys know that creepypasta? That Who is Phone? Is that the creepypasta then?
Oh!
I must be lost.
That must be a
I should have looked that one up.
Chilling at work, super slow, playing some Fire Red. Word!
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome. It's like the mirror universe, fitting for Halloween. We're also gonna bust out the fucking Switch for the first time on stream tonight. We're not starting Pokemon Sword yet, but for Halloween, we're gonna jump into some Luigi's Mansion 3, and I'm really excited about that because I love me some Mario games. Oh, hold on.
Thank you, Wendell.
You know the Cubone species
Maybe I
were
will read that
skulls,
one.
right? People will pay a lot for one. There's an element of Pokemon mythos that I don't see explored a lot. Cubone skulls as a commodity, like what would you call that?
It'd be like I don't know, like a trophy.
Yeah, PETA, for as much grief as they give Pokemon, like didn't they must have missed the whole like subplot about saving the Slowpokes.
Oh, I don't think they saw any of the plot. They just saw some things and on the outset and had no idea. They wouldn't know about like the illegal sellings of Cubone skulls.
Right. That's really interesting, though. I've never actually thought about that. Like, people there being a market for Cubone skulls. Oh, that makes sense, but it's fucked up. Especially since the Cubones use the skulls. Like, it's not like you could... It's even if you just find... Even if you don't kill the Cubone to take the skull, That's odd. Mr. Fuji isn't here. Where'd he go? What you drinking, man?
Who, me? I am drinking some whiskey from the fine makers at Pogues.
Oh, okay. It's so
The Pogues band. They have a great Irish whiskey.
Oh. This is really Mr. Fuji's house. He's really kind. He looks after abandoned and orphan Pokemon. That's awesome. I got some whiskey and some coffee, as always, Jameson and Sumatra.
Ooh, Sumatra coffee. I had Sumatra coffee today.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. I respect. Cheers to the spirit of the season and to our ancestors and to everyone that has moved on from the mortal plane, and may this live show be conducted in, like all respects and honors of the season, or whatever. I'm a professional. That made sense.
It sounded classy.
It was sincere. Sincere if amateurish. So, Craig, welcome to the fucking stream. My name is D, and these are my best friends. So we're working with
your D. Your character's name is D.
Yeah. Yes. Named after Decablue from our episode. Was it Keith? Was it you that suggested? Who was it that named the character for us? Yes.
Cheers, Wendell.
Cheers. So we got Vulpix we just caught named Pixie. We got a
Pixie.
What nature is she, by the way? Brave. Oh, awesome. I'm about to have a brave Ninetales. September, an impish war turtle.
Do you remember?
The 21st day of September. Impish war turtle. What kind of music do they play?
Impish war turtles?
Oh, I think we already did this joke on the last stream. Badia, Quiet Weepin' Bell.
What music do they play? Quiet Weeping Bell.
City
You ever heard of it?
remember.
They play that
Chiding,
music too.
an adamant Farfetched. Tay Tay, my jolly primeape.
Oh, nice. Tay slays on the ukulele.
Does she do? What kind of music does Jolly Primeape play? I feel like that's like the fucking Dropkick Murphys style shit.
Yeah.
Right? No?
I could just see Tay shipping off to Boston, I guess.
Prime. All right. Wait, one
Or
more.
Jolly, maybe a little flogging Molly with a jolly nature.
And
Like happy.
Sumatra, the Hypno.
Because that
Jolly.
Sumatra got you under its spell.
Yes, it does. Impish War Turtle is definitely Viking metal. Okay.
Rock
Yeah,
on.
no. Totally.
Rock and stone to the bone.
Oh man, that would be a fun like thought experiment is what would you name your band if you were making a band in the Pokemon universe? Like what kind of music would you want to play and what would you call your band? And what's your band? Who's in your band?
Brock on drums, I guess.
Okay. Brock's a drummer, huh?
Makes sense to me. Just off the cuff.
Cubone's
Cubone's mom, Wendell, you.
Cubone on drums. With the bones?
Cubone's mom, the name of the band, Cubone's mom.
Cubone's mom. That is a great fucking name for a band. Cubone's mom or Cubone's mother. Cubone's mother. Right? If you're trying to go like dramatic.
It's like does that feel like emo music then?
Or
Or more like
yeah, it'd be
more
like
happy like Fountains of Wayne style music.
Cubone's mother would be like fucking Conor Oberst. Or no, it could be super fucking metal. It could just be super like raw, dark fucking shit.
It's gonna go along with the Impish War Turtle Viking metal. Impish War Turtle, I guess, would be on guitar.
Wait, and Impish War Turtle would be on guitar, or the band Impish War Turtle would all play, like every member of the band. You'd even have
It's
their
all
drummer.
guitar.
They're your guitarists. They all play lead guitar or rhythm guitar. Cubone's mom.
Lakers would be in Roxy's band from Black and White 2. That's the name of the second gym leader, right?
So that's.
The second gym leader from Black and White.
Hold
2.
on, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't hear anything you said. Because in my brain
Okay.
now, I'm just stuck on Giovanni singing Cubone's mom has got it going on. She's all that I wanted. Waited for so long. And then you gotta like throw in there something about like the Silph scope to see. I don't know. Yeah, rate the names of my Pokemon. Who should they critique? Let's see what he says about September. That's a decent nickname.
No.
I remember I used to think that he would actually, when I like first got Red and Blue, that I used to think he would actually rate their names, but of course he wouldn't. Okay, so wait. So what? What did you say, Craig? I'm sorry. Who's in there?
Blakers said that he would be in Roxy's band from Black and White 2, second gym
Oh
leader.
yeah, I fucking love Roxy.
Emerald Day is a pop punk band. Like Green Day.
Emerald Day. Oh yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I like that. Yes, totally. I didn't come to pay respects. I came to do the opposite.
I came to desecrate a tower.
Yeah, I came here to fucking own.
F you, ghosts. Is this the only place in the game you can get a Ghastly?
Yes.
Or just the first spot for the game?
No, this is the only place you can get a Ghastly. Other than
Gotta make sure you get that. You get that Ghastly Haunter Gengar.
no item. Damn.
You're just walking through rows and rows of headstones, and like it's like a mass graveyard tower, and you're just like trying to loot it all.
Craig, have you ever even played first gen? Or I mean, this is technically third gen, but like first gen or its remake?
No, no. I started with Heart Gold,
Wow.
and the furthest back I went was I was able to play Ruby.
Do you have your DS? You have a 3DS, huh?
I do.
You don't have a regular DS, do you?
It's if it works, it's somewhere, but I don't know if it works.
I'm
I
wondering
had both.
if you
I did
can-
have both.
If you can play a Game Boy Advance game, we got to get you a fucking Fire Red or Leaf Green.
Sarah has a Game Boy Advanced, but I tried playing and it didn't work. It's like too old or something. You can't barely make anything out on any of the pixels.
All right. I'm about to fight Charles, guys. We gotta get serious. Yeah, we gotta pay respect to Charles Radicate. All respects to Charles Radicate, but we about to whoop his ass, right?
Yeah, we're gonna send Charles' Radicate right into a permanent place at the Pokemon Tower.
Hey, come on, Craig. Let's leave his Radicate out of this. Like that's not cool, man.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave Pixie in front. I'm confident. You guys are confident, right? Yeah, we got this. Fuck this. I'm leveling up Pixie. Hey, D, what brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? Hey, it's alive. I can at least make them faint. Let's go.
Is this pre-experience share?
Yeah, I think that's one of Professor Oak's aides. I gotta catch more Pokemon so I can get stuff. That always screws me over because I never place a big emphasis on catching Pokemon. I fucking put Val Kilmer away. By the way, our Pikachu is named after Val Kilmer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, Velcomer. I thought it was just like some Viking name.
Right? That's what it sounds like, right? No, I was like, what am I naming it, guys? Val or Kilmer? And Brianna was like, Valcomer. And I was like,
oh no, September's accuracy just fell.
So,
Not enough to make it miss.
So, alright, we got Brock on drums. We have everyone from the band Impish War Turtle on rhythm guitar.
It's 7 war turtles.
Oh, what am I doing? Water gun in a fucking
They all
box.
have sunglasses.
7 war turtles all have sunglasses.
7 rhythm guitars. It's gonna be epic.
Okay. What's your band called?
My band?
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I think of it.
How about Peace Turtle?
War and Peace Turtle.
War and Peace Turtle.
Emerald Days hit single, Wake Me Up When September Faints.
Yes. There you go.
Wendell with the zingers all day.
Oh, booty, butt cheeks. What am I doing here? Who am I gonna send out? What am I doing? Alright, fuck you, Charles. Okay. So, is this your first time ever in Pokemon Tower, Craig?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Oh, because it's in Gold and Silver. Well, it's the radio tower.
Yeah. I remember playing through. Maybe I just thought I played through Pokemon Tower because I've seen it enough.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
That was always a fun episode of the anime where Ash and Pikachu get taken out of their body. I like that.
Oh, I remember that.
I really liked those the Haunter and the Gengar that lived there in the tower.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What am I doing? It's not very effective. Why am I doing this? You know.
Damn.
How about you just go fuck yourself, Charles? How about that? Have you ever considered that? Have you just considered fucking yourself. So we gotta go to Celadon and
To get the Silph scope.
to get a Silph scope so we can see Cubone's mother.
Yeah,
And-
Ash half-ass catches a hunter. That's how. Isn't that how like Ash does everything? Like
Ash
he
catch 'em,
fights,
half-ass
loses, and then they're
catch
like,
'em.
"Here you go, anyways. You tried."
Yeah, but you know what? After like I talked so much shit about that, and then Red kind of, oh, what am I doing? I didn't mean to use a Pokeball. Oh,
That is so unethical, Nathan. You are breaking the rules of Pokemon battling.
I don't give a fuck about the ethics. It was
I just
highly
wasted a-
illogical, Captain. So
You had a 0% catch rate on that.
I'm a little sad because tonight is Halloween, and we have the opportunity to time travel tonight. And I've been waiting 7 years to take advantage of this, and COVID. But every year you get to time travel. When it becomes fall, there comes a time when you get to turn the clocks back at 2 a.m. to 1 a.m. And then everything that happened during that first hour of like 1 to 2 a.m. doesn't count. It gets erased. There are no consequences for your actions.
That's the purge hour.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do whatever you want. And like the bars stay open an extra hour. Like, oh, I guess some places bars close at 4. In New York, they close at 2. And and like, so it's always great to like the clock hits 2 and that's when the bar would close, but then it turns back to 1 a.m. and they stay open another hour. And to be able to time travel on Halloween is just so fucking great that I was waiting. Like 7 years ago, I went downtown and it was so fun. And I really wanted to like go out drinking, then get an extra hour of drinking and ride my bike around on Halloween and maybe like go to a cemetery afterwards or something. And I mean, I guess I could still go to the cemetery, but
Oh, you're talking about the fact that it's on Halloween. It's All Hallows Eve is the daylight savings day.
yeah, that's what I've been waiting 7 years for.
I am so sorry that 2020 said to your fucking rules.
Yeah, I would hate working during it too. Like suddenly you have this extra hour of work and you're like, I better get paid for that shit.
Blakers, I'm absolutely with you. That's immediately where my thought went. Was I feel bad for the staff working at those places at 2 a.m. and then now all of a sudden they have to work an extra hour than normal.
Everyone's social distancing in a cemetery. It's like fucking Morrissey wet dream.
As long as I don't have to touch you.
Social distancing in the cemetery. La da da da. It's very, very scary. La da 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 da.
Just finding Morrissey's unwritten music.
This is unwritten Halloween album. It's a fucking banger, bro. Or
Played
listen
to the instrumental of the Halloween by the Misfits.
I'm trying so hard, guys. I promise me and Craig aren't just going to talk about Batman this whole episode.
Dude,
I've made
you're
it this
the
whole...
first time to bring it up.
Yeah, it's the first time the word even came out of my mouth. That said, Batman's pretty cool, isn't he?
I suppose he's up there on the list of okay characters.
So yeah, I was curious. I was honestly wondering if you were gonna dress up, and I'm glad you didn't. I kind of suspected you weren't going to. I figured you would have said something if you were.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's
Did
not
it-
that you guys don't deserve like the effort put in. I just don't have the energy to do that. To sit down for,
Yeah, no,
for a couple hours.
I want to be comfortable. That's my costume. Like I have like terrible anxiety, so like I'm always uncomfortable. So for Halloween, I'm comfortable.
Finally, you finally became the Halloween that you wanted to be.
It's not the Halloween I needed, but it's the Halloween I deserved.
Is it
I put on my Mimikyu shirt. That's about the extent
oh,
of the
that's
effort you get.
that's
from
scary, right?
Me. Yeah. It's spooky cute. Spooky cute. I really wanted to watch my horror movie with you guys live on stream that I made in like sophomore year of high school with Phil's older brother, but I'm having a hell of a time getting watch parties to work. So I don't know if anyone in the chat's able to like message me off stream sometime, like not right now, I'm doing the stream, but like, and help me figure this shit the fuck out. We could start doing some cool shit on Silph Radio Live. You've called it time traveling too. Awesome. People are always like, whatever, dude. And I'm like, why?
I'm
the
glad
only
you
one?
found somebody else. Because you had me so confused for a second. Then I realized what you were doing, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's technically the truth.
I just think it's great, but nobody finds it as awesome as I do. Like, I genuinely, it makes me really happy. Like, especially when it falls on Halloween, and other people just don't get it. And I'm like, how do you not appreciate the opportunity to time travel? And they're like, because you're not actually time traveling. And I'm like, don't break kayfabe. You think I don't know that? Like,
that feels like somebody that wants to be a downer about it. Like, oh, I get it. I might not like get as jovial as you about it, but I'm certainly not going to try to tear you down for it.
oh, what did I... That's not going to work. I don't have time to just sit here and try to think of it. Let me get to the center and heal. So yeah, what are you guys do? Are you doing anything else to celebrate Halloween, or just the live show?
Pretty much just doing the live show. I want to watch something when we're done here, but it's going to depend on how long Sarah stays up.
Fair.
I might watch a movie by myself if I have to. In the scary monster voice.
Craig's just talking throughout the movie, annoying himself.
Shut up, God.
Alright, what am I doing?
You wouldn't speak to me like that if I were Sarah.
Yeah, you're right.
Horror movie recommendations. You got it. I just watched one recently called The Wolf of Snow Hollow. That's a good recommendation. And one of my favorite movies, I've already done it down here. One of my favorite movies I've watched all year that I keep bugging Craig to watch is WNUF Halloween Special. You can find it online for free, I'm pretty sure. It's on Shudder, and it is fucking incredible. It's so good.
I am going to say, for the 50 millionth time, beating it down while talking to you on like Fair Share or in a Fair Enough, Train to Busan. Probably one of the best zombie movies you'll ever see. And I say that with a little more oomph because I just realized now in the Microsoft Store, Train to Busan Presents Peninsula, the sequel, is available for purchase.
Ooh, have you watched that yet?
I have not. I haven't decided if I want to maybe try to wait a few weeks to see if it goes to Netflix.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. Yeah,
Wendell,
I gotta
did you
check it
see
out.
the... Oh, you're seconding Train to Busan. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you saw Peninsula.
Or is he saying the second? Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's like, second.
Attack the Block. Attack the Block is one of my all-time favorites. American Werewolf in Paris. Return of the Living Dead. It's not a part of the Night of the Living Dead series. It's its own movie.
It is not.
It's fucking incredible. And if you like it, then watch Return of the Living Dead 2, but stop there. Unless you really like it. The third one's kind of lame. And then the fourth and fifth, they're not as bad as the third because they at least understand like the ethos of the movie, but they're bad. But at least they're
franchise watch. We're binging the Return Zombie franchise, right?
Oh, so good. Like, but just the first two. Just the first two. They're so good. Why did I just send out a fighting Pokemon to fight a Ghastly?
I don't know. You're gonna have a hard time with that.
Yeah, I didn't even know why I tried to scratch. I knew that wasn't gonna hurt.
I'm gonna suggest another Korean horror film called Death Bell. I watched that earlier this year. It kind of has this battle royale vibe, but not really. Like these kids in a class are trapped, and there's a ghost of one of the students that had died, like pits them against each other to survive.
Also, here's a good horror recommendation for you. This season of Primal. Did you watch Primal yet, Craig?
Gendry Tarnowski's?
Close. yeah.
Which one did I get wrong?
Gendy Tartakovsky.
All of it.
Well, I don't know. You got the ends right. You got the endy part right.
Yeah, I have. I watched it. It's brilliant.
So there's
frankly.
another season going. And
I heard about that.
It's like I've watched 3 of the 4 episodes that are out, and I think the 5th one. And I think the 5th one comes out tomorrow, if I'm correct. And that might be the whole season because the first season was only 5. But 3 of the 4 episodes that are already out, I believe, if I'm right, were all like horror. Like there was like a zombie episode. There was like a weird like witch shaman episode. It seems like this whole season is like Halloween-y and was like intended to come out in October as like a Halloween thing. Like,
do you know which Return of the Living Dead movie has the punk rock zombie on a motorcycle on the cover? I assume.
Punk rock zombie on a motorcycle? Let me look.
That sounds rad.
I mean, the third one. I mean, there's that. I don't know. That sounds like maybe the second one. The third one has like the girl with all the glass sticking out of her, and she's like, eh.
Oh, I actually know that one. I've seen that so many times in the Village video.
Oh, it's so bad.
When I would look at all the horror movies, all the VHS horror movies to watch or rent, and I would, if I was lucky, I was allowed to pick one. And then my dad would screen it and then let me watch it if it was okay.
I mean, I think the first one has a couple punk rockers in front of a. Someone in the chat's asking. It's punk rock zombie on the motorcycle. Which one is that? It was 3. Of course, you own the worst one. Yeah, like the problem with 3, it starts out kind of cool, and it has some cool elements, but like it's very like it doesn't like it tries to it takes itself too seriously, and that's like the exact opposite of like. Dang it! Oh no! Come on, catch this motherfucker.
Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Wait, the
I
trainer?
read one of their comics.
Oh, I thought I was. I'm not even paying attention. I'm sorry, Craig.
You're enjoying the conversation too much, Nathan.
That's true.
He has a name. Yes, you're right.
Wasted 2 fucking balls. Damn it.
If you ever want to read something wild and that totally doesn't make any sense at all, but is still pretty kind of kick-ass, Gwar and Iron Maiden have ridiculous comics out.
I would imagine, had I known they had comics, I would have imagined they would be ridiculous. Are they together, Gwar and Iron Maiden?
No, they're separate.
Damn.
Comics.
That would be epic. Gwar plus Iron Maiden making a comic series.
That, you talk about Avengers being the most ambitious crossover.
Alright, there's a fucking fun question, dude. Who's on your Pokemon Avengers team? What trainers?
Oh, by what trainers are on the Pokemon Avengers team?
Yeah, like your Avengers. So like you put your own team together. I mean, the Pokemon Avengers, that'd probably be like what? Ash, Mewtwo, Red. I don't know.
Is Mewtwo a trainer or?
I mean, he'd have no, but yeah, maybe. I don't know, depending on the canon. Fuck you, Hope.
Oh man. I don't think I can answer this properly. I need a little more time to look at the. I can't even think of any of the real trainers' names.
Right.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm just listing. I just start
Like,
listing everyone.
They always blank.
Yeah, I feel like I'd just start going through all the gym leaders from Kanto.
I wish it was a collaboration, Blakers. I wish it was.
Collaboration.
I would have bought that. I would have bought that comic.
Oh yeah, the Iron Man, and oh my god, that'd be so dope. That was a podcast I always wanted to do that we've never done, but I think it'd be a great for like a fair share. Is for our Patreon. By the way, we're accepting tips. There's a tip jar below. You got a PayPal. You can drop a tip in the tip jar, and once we get more subscribers and more views, we can start accepting credit card tips. So please subscribe. Anyway,
That sounds fair, Blakers. Just take all the regional champions and put them together. That would be the best of the best, right?
oh yeah. Oh,
So it's 5.
That's what it should be.
Well, it's going to be the playable character for all 5 of the games, right? For all the games.
oh no, I think like the champions that you
Yeah. I get it.
challenge. Yeah.
I was having fun.
Oh you. Oh you.
Pixie, watch out! It's a ghost.
I'm scared. Oof, I had good reason. So but I always this would probably be a fun fair share is putting together your like dream collab band. Like if you got to do what Murdoch from the Gorillaz did for Demon Days, where he kidnapped all his favorite musicians and threw them on a island and made them make an album together. Who would you kidnap and throw them on an island and make them make an album together? Like, what's your lineup? And man, like, I've got like this great.
Do they have to be alive?
Yes. I mean, we could do both. Why not? It's just a hypothetical.
Halloween. It should be all zombie rock.
Okay, there's our question for today. We'll do just alive. That'll be a fair share. But right now, you can construct a band, but they all have to be dead. Who's in your band? For a one night only concert.
I would say normally Tupac, but you ain't gonna get me. We all know he's alive.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Yo, I'm legit scared.
Oh, did scary things happen?
I legit want to text my neighbor now, my upstairs neighbor, and be like, did you just drop something? Please tell me you just dropped something. Please tell me that you just dropped something. You dropped something, right? You could just say you dropped something to set my nerves at ease, right?
Might have been a gunshot?
No, I think there's a ghost.
Oh. Wendell, I think at some point I would love to answer the favorite Treehouse of Horror segment question.
Oh yeah, any but last year's.
Any of them.
My favorite. I hear my neighbor leaving on the porch right now. I'm almost tempted to run out there and be like, "Yo, did you just drop something a minute ago?"
Yes, it was a ghost. It's definitely not a ghost, but it might be a ghost.
All right, who's your band of dead musicians? So, this is tough.
Yeah, David Bowie is the front man.
Oh, you got David Bowie. Or do we want to do this as a draft? We should probably do this as a draft. So I go next.
Picking the quarterback first.
Right. So, this sucks because I know I'm gonna forget people that No, fuck that. Michael Jackson.
You taking Michael?
I'm taking Michael.
It's Michael. All right, so now we can see what kind of band we're shaping up to be.
So you got David Bowie, I got Michael Jackson as our front. But no, our band could still go anywhere. Like I could make a metal band and have Michael Jackson the lead. That'd be fucking dope, dude. Oh my god.
That's possible. So with my turn,
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna
no.
steal
Hold on, real quick. Just imagine the breakdown in a metal song, and Michael on the fucking like, like, dude.
Whoa. Check it down, come on.
With those fucking like, what do you call that drumming? Like, yeah.
The double bass pedals.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Who you drafting?
No.
Oh,
I'm
this is so
drafting. I'm
fun.
stealing Blaker's idea because that's not fun, but I have to because if
That's
not,
okay.
if David Bowie wasn't the first one, Neil Peart should have been my first choice. Period.
Hold on. I'm gonna get some paper so I can write down our band. I'll be right back.
I could do that. I have paper. Da-da. Wait, was it? Thank you for waiting. Your viewership is important to us.
Fuck, Craig. This is the most fun Halloween activity ever. I'm so into this idea, dude.
Zombie musical draft.
Oh my god, zombie band draft? Yes, dude. Fuck to the motherfucking yes. In the immortal words of Kite Man. Hell yeah, babe. Hell yeah. Alright, so we got my band and Craig's band. Nice. So far, you've got David Bowie. And I've got Michael Jackson. And then, wait, did you just draft somebody?
Yeah, Neil Peart.
Oh, shit. Neil Peart, huh? Alright, now who do I want to draft? Michael Jackson, okay. See, I'm having a hard time remembering, like, who's dead and who's not.
It's like I can't remember anything past all the deaths in 2020.
They're all so old. They're all so old. Hold on. I'm looking up if people are fucking dead or not. Is. Okay, they're still alive. Was. Okay, they're dead. No. How about, okay. Guitar. Alright. Now, I'm not even... Okay, hold on. So I wanna go... I don't even give a fuck about, Pantera, to be honest. But... I wanna draft... Oh, really? Then that's okay. I'll take Hendrix if you want, let me.
Oh, I wasn't gonna go with Lemmy because you said Pantera.
Oh, okay. That's from Pantera, right?
So you want? No, he's from Motorhead.
Motorhead. I'm sorry. Pantera's Dimebag Darrell. Pantera's Dimebag Darrell. My bad. So wait, yeah, no.
So,
I want Dimebag Darrell. Yeah, fuck that. I want Dimebag Darrell, or do I want Lemmy?
Okay.
I don't care about either of them. But I want one of them. Pantera is honestly extremely overrated. Yeah, I know. Jimmy Page isn't dead. I know, right? Fuck that. Why didn't I just take Hendrix? Because I'm like, I want like Hendrix and Michael Jackson is too obvious, you know? You know what I want something. I want a new sound, and not to say that Hendrix plus no, fuck that. I'm taking Hendrix. Am I?
I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I'm taking Hendrix.
Sure. Why not?
Why am I gonna pass up the opportunity to take the best fucking lead guitarist that I could take right here?
The only reason I wasn't going to go with Hendrix was because Blakers had called him out. I didn't want to rob two of his picks. I'll take Dimebag Darrell, even though Pantera is, probably a little bit overrated.
Okay.
I was thinking about Eddie Van Halen, but Maybe I'll use dueling guitars.
Oh, Eddie Van Halen, that's right. Yeah, man, I want some. Okay, so yeah, I've got Hendrix on lead guitar. So I want Lemmy on. Well, Lemmy was the lead guitarist, right? But he could still play rhythm. Or I could have 2 lead guitarists. Fuck it. I want somebody heavy in there, but I'll think that part up.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm gonna say, all right, I've got a male lead vocalist. I need a female lead vocalist because all my favorite bands have both. So, I'm gonna say, oh man, do I want? Do I want Selena Perez, or do I want what's her name from the Cranberries? Hey, what's going on, Devon? Welcome. And who else is that, by the way? Tootin' Dan, Bowie on vocals, Pert on drums, Lemmy on bass, George Harrison on rhythm, and Prince on lead. Oh man. Welcome, Tootin' Dan. I want to make a metal band, but I don't know very many dead metal guys.
Hi, Tooting Dan.
So do I want Selena Perez, or do I want... I'm going to go with the Cranberries lead singer. I don't think Selena's going to fit into this band as well as I want to pretend like she will.
I mean, like you said, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, what the hell is her name? I'm so ashamed of myself right now. Dolores or Riordan? Riordan. I can never pronounce it. Alright, Craig. It's on you. And you can get creative. You don't have to follow any structure for your band, you know?
I want to pick a good bassist, but ashamedly, I don't think I know that many bassists to begin with, let alone whether or not they're alive or dead.
I know, right? That's so sad. Yeah, that's like, yeah, I'm gonna have trouble with that too when I have to like pick, cause like, and I know a bunch, but like right now while I'm playing a video game on a fucking live stream, like I'm not gonna think of every fucking dead musician that played a specific instrument. You know what I mean? Like it's tough, especially now that they're all so old and I'm getting old too, and like.
Yeah, I don't know.
So like, but you could structure your band however you
want. Oh, I love you too, Nerdy Paragon.
Woo!
Thank you.
I love Craig too, and you. You could have. I could put Dolores and Selena in my band, but I feel like at a certain point, like, all right, am I just gonna recreate Broken Social Scene? What am I trying to do here? I don't need like 8 female vocalists. I could pick one. You know what I mean? Like I can be like, I'm trying to use restraint. You know, I can have multiple vocalists, but there needs to be a reason. You know, like one male vocalist, one female vocalist, like lead and a backup. You know, like alternating on songs.
So, is it my turn?
It is your turn, yes. So far you got Bowie, Pert, and Daryl. What's Dimebag Daryl's last name?
Daryl.
Daryl.
His first name's Dimebag. Yeah.
And I got Jackson, Hendrix, and Reardon.
So I'm going to go with another guitar. I'm going to nab Prince. That way I got another vocalist. He's going to be the lead guitar for sure. Dimebag Daryl gets rhythm. And Neil Peart's be laying down them sick beats.
Okay.
Sick drum beats.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab Lemmy.
Okay.
So it's back on you.
What dead bassists are out there?
Dead
the best one there is.
Bassists.
I'll take that one to the bank. I feel so ashamed as a music fan.
Really? Did it just occur to you?
Yeah, that and it's true. The bassists are the most overlooked.
I thought
And they're the
drummers
soul
were
of
the
the
most
band.
overlooked.
Drummers are the cool guys in the band. They're the badasses.
Wait. Les Claypool's not dead, is he? Flea's not dead, is he?
Yeah, no, I looked up dead and I got a bunch of alive guys.
Yeah.
That's why.
The fuck is this shit? I was like, for a second, I was like, Les Claypool's dead? Well, I fucking picked Les Claypool, but I am also heartbroken. How about Charles Mingus?
Sure.
He played an actual, like a stand-up bass.
Yo, that would work and that'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything. What the fuck?
Is yeah, John Paul Jones is still alive. I feel like, damn, most of Led Zeppelin is still kicking.
David Bowie's bassist died of coronavirus. So, like, I mean, they've probably got, like, at the very least,
reunite 'em.
like, yeah, like, they've got, like, like, they could get something going, like, you know, they've already worked together before, you know.
Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, love. How you been?
All respect, by the way.
Not
Like,
very good. I died of COVID, something that was very easily preventable, but, you know, bad prime minister and all that.
how'd you
Bad
end
US
up here?
president and all that.
I got killed by the U.S. president. You got killed by the U.S. president. Killed by the U.S. president.
Yes, I've heard it all before.
You and every other Jack, Sue, and Mary. Now get in line.
Okay.
I have Jesus on bass. Well, he doesn't count as dead anymore, so that doesn't count. For he's risen.
He has risen, but like
He
does he stay risen? Does he like stay risen?
Five Iron Frenzy on the bass. No, I'm just kidding. God, who is it? Yeah, who's a good dead bass player? Maybe I need to search bass player and not bassist. Because I think they call them bass players in rock music, and bassist is like in jazz. All right, Craig, it's still on you, right?
Oh, I thought I went with. You know what? I'm gonna take.
No.
Thank you for doing the work for me, Blakers.
Google, I'm not looking for Philip Lesh, the bass player for the Dead. I'm looking for dead bass players.
I had to switch it to deceased because he came up.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Wow. Thank you. Rate your music.
Fuck, man. I want to. Can we draft? What's his name? Johnson. The guy. The guy who invented the blues.
Oh,
died of poison.
There, John Entlewies, the bassist for The Who.
Ooh, okay. Alright, well, help me out here, man. I can't find any.
You could go with Cliff from Metallica, the original bassist of Metallica.
Yeah.
Or whoever. What was his name?
I don't know. Alright.
Do you even want Sid Vicious or one of the Ramones?
That could be fun. I don't know if the Ramones would be technical enough for the type of music it looks like my band's going to be doing, but...
Oh, do you even know how to play this?
Yeah, he'd just quit. He'd just be like, I'm going back to hell.
I miss my brothers. And you know that's a big slam against you because those brothers hated each other a lot.
Yeah, Paul McCartney's still alive, right?
Yeah, I think so. You get the last pick.
Tough, man. Well, this ain't the last pick. Because I'm sorry, but... Motherfucking... I'm sorry. Well, I'll pass it
You're
back to you.
going for an orchestra-sized band. Are you going for like...
My next pick's Biggie. Baby, baby.
All right, then I'm doing Tupac.
You got Prince, I got Michael Jackson. You got Biggie, I got Tupac.
Now it's time for the rap break. Give me 6 bars.
You got Kurt Cobain, I got Ja Rule. They were beefing, right?
I will take Kurt over Ja any day. You can have Ja Rule, who is not dead.
I mean,
All the people he
Kurt
fleeced
Cobain.
from the Fire Festival sure wish he was, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, tell that to his agent. Oh,
Oh,
is this thing on?
oh, that's great. And then to round it out, I'm picking up Rodney Dangerfield to do the opening bit.
Rodney Dangerfield's your opener.
Oh, God, tough crowd. What about here? Metal show?
Yeah, I don't have a drummer. I don't know. I mean, I could always.
I picked the most famous best one. The legendary best drummer to ever live.
Oh, this is like I want. Okay. So you picked Tupac, so it's back to me now. Wait. You got a lead singer, you got a drummer, you got a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist who can also do vocals, and you got a rapper. So wait, did you get a bass player?
Yeah.
Did. I just didn't write it down. My bad. What was it?
I already forgot. Oh, John Entlewize, the drummer for the bassist for the Who.
Entlewize. Okay, and I still need a bass player. Or wait.
Why not John Bonham? Or Keith Moon.
Oh shit,
Both are
John
drummers.
Keith Moon. Holy shit. Okay. But they were both drummers too. You said.
Yeah.
But didn't No, I guess not. Well, yeah, there she is with a. Well, that's just a guitar.
Charlie Chaplin is slamming on bass, I hear, Tuning Dan.
Who Wait, is oh my god. Geddy Lee. Geddy Lee's not alive, right? He was a bassist, right?
When did Getty die?
Is he alive? Damn it. Wait, I mean, no,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Yeah. He died this year.
Okay. Geddy
He died
Lee.
in September.
100%
He died-
taking Geddy Lee.
He died in the war turtle name. Oh, isn't dead. That was a. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a hoax that he had died. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'm happy Geddy Lee's still alive, though. That's great. That makes me happy. Yeah, I don't know who you said. Who do you
Almost
suggest?
here spreading misinformation over here.
Keith Moon.
I would go with
and,
Keith Moon or John
yeah.
Bonham.
Keith Moon and John Bonham, both really good. I'll take Keith Moon so we can have a little bit of rivalry there. You got John Entwistle, I got Keith Moon. Just for the drama. I feel like the drama is going to inspire some good music, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I got the old Taylor.
The old Taylor?
The old Taylor. Yeah. It's a Taylor Swift joke.
Oh, okay.
I got the old Taylor.
Yeah. Okay, I half get it.
I almost feel like you should give that one to me, but no, that wouldn't be fair.
Because she's changed now. Is it that she's changed now that she's become politically aware, or?
Well, I will say that it's a multifaceted joke. On one level, you could take it as like she did clearly change musically, but there's the line in her song where in "Look What You Made Me Do," where she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now because she's dead." And then also, it's just such a Taylor Swift thing to be like, "Oh, the old Taylor's dead. Sorry," you know, like.
sorry. Take that one to the bank. So how's Lavender Town coming?
I'm just sort of dicking around in the fucking tower. I can't. It's not like I could do anything here. How's Want to read some fucking creepy pot? Wait, do we have our? I don't have a drummer. Oh wait, Keith Moon's a drummer and a bass player. You said, right?
I think it's just a drummer. I was suggesting drummers to you.
Yeah, Keith Moon's totally just a drummer. Yeah, what the fuck? I was okay. I still need a bass player.
Bicky could pick it up real quick. He's a smart guy.
Just make someone else learn bass.
It's just rhythm.
It's on you. All right, let's. I want some creepy pastas, Craig. Tell me a story.
It's story time, huh?
It's story time. Crack open a fire. That's a thing, right?
Yep.
Fire. A can of fire.
A crackling fire sitting around the crackling campfire.
Get that, like,
and sometimes. Yeah.
That spooky dust.
Oh yeah, exactly. Sometimes there's more than meets the eye when it comes to abandoned vacation spots. And if you wanted to know the true reason for a Disney resort shutting down, then heed this tale. Submitted for the approval of Silph Radio Live. I call this tale Abandoned by Disney.
Is that the actual name of the... This is a real creepypasta?
Yep.
Abandoned by Disney?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm in. So this is a creepypasta about 2D animation.
No, the Disney resorts. Some of you may have heard.
So wait, this is a creepypasta about straight white male fan bases.
I suppose. But I hear that they're accepting of anybody as long as they have money.
First one was funny because it's true. Second one was funny because it's so not. All right, I'm sorry. Go on, as you were.
Thank you. Some of you may have heard that Disney Corporation is responsible for at least one real live ghost town. Disney built the Treasure Island Resort in Baker's Bay in the Bahamas. It didn't start as a ghost town. Disney's cruise ships would actually stop at the resort and leave tourists there to relax in luxury. I assume they came back. Disney blew $30 million on the place. Yes, $30 million. Then they abandoned it. Disney blamed the shallow waters, too shallow for the ships to safely operate. And there was even blame cast on the workers, saying that since they were from the Bahamas, they were too lazy to work a regular schedule. Whoa, racist.
Hold on, they're racist?
No. They said that the workers there, the Bahamians who worked there, were too lazy because they were from the Bahamas.
Oh, they were. So they said. Oh,
Disney was racist.
Okay.
Which kind of checks out, even though like their corporatism is about diversity. No.
Well,
that's where the
currently.
factual. Wait.
I mean, it's currently about, like, they've said, like, there's their quotes from, like, the Disney people that are like, we will have a social message in our work if we think it's gonna, or in our stuff if we think it's gonna make money.
Yeah, if it plays well to marketing.
That said, this isn't me, like, criticizing it. Like, I'm all for, like, positive social messages and stuff. I'm not being one of these, like, they're just putting it in there to... I'm just being realistic. Like, yeah, well, they're just putting it in there.
It's nice that it exists, but to not acknowledge that it's disingenuous at best is
right.
Is a little disingenuous in itself.
That's the difference. Is like, yeah, I'm acknowledging it's disingenuous, but it doesn't bother me.
Right. That's where the factual nature of their story ends. It wasn't because of sand, and it obviously wasn't because of...
Let me make sure I'm keeping up. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like Disney opened a resort in the Bahamas. They abandoned it and closed it because they were saying that the people in the Bahamas were too lazy.
Or that the waters were too shallow.
But
the boats couldn't get in properly.
Right, that was their excuse, but people were saying they're actually just like our Bahaman workers we hired are too lazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both are convenient excuses. No. I sincerely doubt the reasons were legitimate. Why don't I buy the official story? Because of Mowgli's place.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mowgli.
I knew you would appreciate that one.
Mowgli being Mowgli in the Disney version, they call him Mowgli. So if there's anyone listening that hasn't listened to our Jungle Book episodes, in the book it's pronounced Mowgli.
Near the beachside city of Emerald Isle in the North Carolina, Disney began construction of Mowgli's palace. It's not Mowgli's place. It's Mowgli's palace.
I feel like why would Mowgli? Can we call him Mowgli? Because Disney Mowgli.
Yes.
Like people are gonna.
Okay.
Why would Mowgli have a palace?
After he won the heart of the rich colonizer girl.
Maybe there was like an old, overgrown palace in the jungles. Like
yeah. It probably should have been King Louis, but.
Yeah, maybe he took over King Louis' palace. Yeah, he rolled up in there like a gangster and was like...
Well, they began construction on it in the late 1990s. The concept was a jungle-themed resort with large, you guessed it, palace in the center of the whole thing. If you're unfamiliar with the character of Mowgli, then you might better remember the story, The Jungle Book. If you haven't seen it anywhere else, you'd know it as the Disney cartoon from decades past. Mowgli is an abandoned child in the jungle, essentially raised by animals and simultaneously threatened, pursued by other animals. Mowgli's palace was a controversial undertaking from the start. Disney bought up a ton of high-priced land for the project, and there was actually a scandal surrounding some of the purchases. The local government claimed eminent domain on people's homes, then turned around and sold the properties to Disney. Sounds like capitalism at work to me. At one point, a home that had just been constructed was immediately condemned with little to no explanation. The land grabbed by the government was supposedly for some fictional highway project. Knowing full well what was going on, people started calling it the Mickey Mouse Highway.
They knew what was up. They knew it. They knew the deal. Yeah. You're not going to pull the wool over our eyes. Don't call it that. Stop calling it that. It's not the Mickey. Stop. Don't call it that. I'm going to call it that. Don't call it that. I'm going to call it that. Don't do it.
Oh, you better not do it.
Oh, you better
not. Then there was the concept art. A group of stuffed shirts from Disney Co. actually had a city meeting. Oh, stuffed shirt. Okay, suits. Corporate guys.
Okay.
They intended to sell everyone on how lucrative this project was going to be for everyone. When they showed the concept art, this gigantic Indian palace surrounded by jungle, staffed with men and women in loincloths and tribal gear.
Wow, they made them wear loincloths, huh?
Well, suffice to say, everyone flipped their shit. We're talking about a large Indian palace, jungle, and loincloths, not only in the center of in the center of a relatively wealth area.
Craig, you've waited tables like you're lucky if a restaurant lets you wear shorts. These motherfuckers wear loincloths.
So unsanitary, it's not even funny. Plus, it really gives the whole slave aspect like root. You know, like everybody's dressed like normal people except for the servants.
Right. We're Disney. We're going to open a resort here. We're only hiring Bahamans. Y'all motherfuckers are lazy. Also put on these loincloths. I feel like I'm not cool with any of this.
It's funny, too, because it almost feels like we're complaining like Disney actually made this decision.
Well, wait, this is a true story, isn't it?
Yeah, true stories. Mickey Pops have true stories.
For real.
I suppose.
For real.
Okay. but also, okay, so it was a relatively wealthy area, but also a somewhat xenophobic area. I wonder why those two go hand in hand.
Right. What's with the redundant? That's how you know this is unprofessionally written, because they basically just said the same thing twice.
And then, no, they said the same thing 3 times, because then they called it an area in southern USA. It was a questionable mix at that point in history.
Wait, the South, the wealthy area? Not necessarily.
There's plenty of wealth down there. It's just more
I don't know if they're synonymous. I think the South can also be pretty stereotypically poor.
The wealthy South would be, the people that handed down their plantations, then got those. I'm not even going to make terrible jokes that I'm going to go down that road.
Hey, we didn't do this to the writing. The writing did this to itself.
Yeah, no, they really did. But I assume when they say South USA, they're talking about like the Bahama Islands, so they're talking about South North America. I don't know, because I still thought this was an island in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I'm having trouble following. I'm a little lost.
Well, the island in the Bahamas is in South USA. They did this, not us.
Okay. So it's on an island in the Bahamas, but it's also in the southern USA. What was the sentence about the southern USA?
We're talking about a large Indian palace, jungle, and loincloths, not only in the center of a relatively wealthy area, but also in somewhat xenophobic area of the southern USA.
And that we didn't miss a line there where they jumped from the...
Oh, do you think maybe they're talking about at Disney headquarters, the wealthy CEOs pitching this at a corporate board meeting in South USA? In like Florida.
So. I don't know. I guess just keep reading, but no, it doesn't sound like. Either way, it was poorly written.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what it is. The suits from Disney are pitching this to a meeting room of some xenophobic Southerners. One member of the crowd tried to storm the stage, but he was quickly subdued by security after he managed to break one of the presentation boards over his knee.
So Disney's having a public board meeting? What? What? In Carolina? Is that what it was?
Oh, is that what this is? The wealthy South, one of them.
I'm having trouble fully paying attention. I'm paying attention, but like I said, diverting or dividing my attention between the chat, the guest host, the game.
Recipe for success.
My anxiety. Yeah, recipe for success. Recipe for successipy.
So, yeah, the guy at the meeting, that was at the meeting, tried storming the stage and breaking the presentation board over his knee. Stopped by security, though.
I love this public Disney board meeting. What the fuck?
Disney took that community and essentially broke it over its knee as well, somehow. Oh, the houses were razed, the land was cleared, and there wasn't a damn thing anyone could do or say about it. Local TV and newspapers were against the resort at the beginning, but some insane connection between Disney's media holdings and the local venues came into play, and their opinions turned on a dime. Yeah, that's not too unquestionable. One company owns 70% of all local television in this country, so that's a true fact.
Oh my gosh. Of local television, you said?
Yeah,
wow.
Sinclair Broadcasting Group went and bought up a ton of local television stations in the past 10 years or so, and it's kind of scary if you look it up. Look it up, Sinclair Broadcasting. Go ahead.
Wow.
That's the real scary story in here. So anyways, Treasure Island, the Bahamas, Disney sunk those millions in and then split. The same thing happened with Mowgli's Palace. Construction was complete. Visitors actually stayed at the resort. The surrounding communities were flooded with traffic and the usual annoyances associated with an influx of lost and irate tourists. Then it all just stopped. Disney shut it down, and nobody knew what the hell to think. But they were pretty happy about it. Disney's loss was pretty hilarious and wonderful to a large group of folks who didn't want this in the first place. I honestly didn't give the place another thought since hearing it closed over a decade ago. Oh, so this is a decade ago now that the place closed.
Is this does this get there? You will be having a creepy on in your creepy pasta at some point.
Yeah, I suppose this is world building here. They have to make us believe that Disney is a bad, evil corporation.
Yeah, that I already know. You're spending like fucking 8 paragraphs telling me the sky's blue.
I live maybe 4 hours from Emerald Isle, so really I only heard the rumblings and didn't experience any of it firsthand. Then I read this article from someone who had explored the Treasure Island Resort and posted a whole blog about all the crazy shit he found there. Stuff just left behind. Things smashed, defaced, probably ruined by the disgruntled former employees who had lost their jobs.
Hey, that resort is our history. You can't just deface it like that. That's our history.
Yeah, you should move it to a museum.
Right? No, we leave it here. It's our history. This is Southern heritage.
We can. I'll take it to a museum for you. What's the address? 123 the fucking river. Hell, the locals from all around probably had a hand in wrecking that place. People there just felt as angry about Treasure Island as folks here did about Mowgli's Palace. Plus, there were rumors that Disney had released their aquarium stock into the local waters when they closed, including sharks.
They're just like, yeah, we don't need these sharks. Let's just throw them in the local water.
Honestly, I'd hate to say this, but they probably would just kill the animals because it'd be more cost efficient than taking the time to put it into the wildlife population.
You don't think you could sell a shark? Get a pretty good price on a shark. Get a pretty good dollar for a shark, I mean,
I guess the people Disney knows.
Pretty good payout, that's the word I'm looking for. A pretty good payout on a shark. Search eBay sharks. Put it on buy it now. Buy it now only, please.
It'll go great in your first floor aquarium / foyer. Do you want to impress your fancy socialites guests that are coming over for dinner? How about greet them with a Disney-owned shark?
Formerly live.
Okay. Who wouldn't want to take a few swings at some merchandise after that?
Playing games and Pokemon are like eating peanuts. I just can't stop. Who is this? My ex-wife? Oh, hold on.
Oh, how many peanuts can my ex-wife eat? Wait.
I mean, I was going
did
for
that wrong. I did that wrong somewhere.
Playing games, but yeah. What did you say? Go Grimer first. And then.
Well, what I'm getting at, finally, that this blog about Treasure Island got me thinking. Even though many years had passed since its closing, I figured it might be cool to do some urban exploration. Hey, we did that before.
Is that code? Is that dog whistling? What do you mean by urban exploration?
Yeah, because it's a jungle, so it's not exactly urban.
Yeah, sounds like they're trying to dog whistle. It's like, in King Kong when all those urban guys on the island attack. I don't think
the natives.
Fucking racist ass Disney creepypasta.
So I figured you could go there, take some photos, write about my experience, and probably see if there was anything I could take home as a memento. I'm not going to say I wasted no time in getting there, because honestly it took me another year after I first found that Treasure Island article to get around to going up to Emerald Isle. Thank you for that information. That was absolutely necessary. Over the course of that year, I did a lot of research on the Palace Resort, or rather, I tried to. Naturally, no official Disney site or resource made any mention of the place. That had been scrubbed clean. Even odder, however, was that nobody before myself had apparently thought to blog about the place or even post a photo. None of the local TV or newspaper sites had one word about the place, though that was to be expected since they had all swung Disney's way.
I just want to interject to say as a logophile, how much I love the phrasing "even odder."
Even odder.
Even odder.
And it's like an otter that's holding like the scales of justice.
Even otter. Now I'm thinking it's the otter, the even otter. Yes, and he's got the blindfold and the scales of justice. But no, also just the phrasing even otter. Like, yeah, I don't know. There's something I like about that. Like normally people would say otter still.
Yeah.
But even odder, like why do people pass up the that must be because it's such a funny sounding like phrase, because even and odd are opposites. But
yeah,
even odder.
Even / otter.
Yeah.
So
oh shoot, that's because sorry, Blake's in the chat saying why does this say episode 9? Because I'm still a fucking amateur and I forget to like update the Twitch stream info before I go live, and
amateur over here.
Yeah, my bad. I meant to, so it would say Halloween special.
Recently,
Batman's least favorite holiday, Halloween, definitely his least favorite holiday.
We've discussed that before, right? You and I.
We have, but it's not out yet.
I mean, we're going to discuss that in the future.
We're going to discuss that before, aren't we?
Recently, I learned that corporations can actually ask Google, for example, to remove links from search results, basically for no good reason. Looking back, it's probably not that nobody spoke out of the resort, but rather their words were made inaccessible. So in the end, I could barely find the place. All I had to go on was an old-as-hell map I'd received in the mail back in the 90s. It was a promotional item sent out to people who had recently been to the Disney World. And I guess since I had been there in the late 80s, that was recent. I didn't really intend to hang on to it. It just got shoved into my books and comics from my childhood. I'd only remembered it months into my research. And even then, it took me another few weeks to locate the storage bin my parents had shoved it all into. But I did find it. Locals were no help, as most were transplants who had moved to the beach in recent years.
Damn locals.
Or I don't think they're really locals, are they? If they're all new, well, they're living there.
Didn't you remember that scene in King Kong when the locals attacked?
And they were all white people asking for Mai Tais, all senior-aged white people.
That's a great we could do like a remake of King Kong, but it's at an abandoned resort. I think we could go somewhere with this. So there's just like a bunch of like really like privileged upper class people that have like lost their minds from being left on this abandoned resort. I think I just hate this story so much. I'm like grasping at straws for another like marginally.
We're almost halfway through, man.
We're almost halfway through and nothing interesting has happened except for the most interesting part was the open board meeting. Go back to that. I want to know the story of why Disney started having open public board meetings.
There was a town hall and
oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's happened so many times before too, and I just I'm starting to notice, but I keep missing. Oh, I'm responding to Blake. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I figured. That's fine. Or old residents who just sneered at me and made rude gestures the second I managed to say, "Where would I find Mowgli's?" The drive took me through an inordinately long corridor of overgrowth. Tropical plants that had run rampant and overpopulated the area mixed with a native species of flora that actually belonged there and had tried to reclaim the land. I was in awe when I reached the front gates of the resort. Tremendous, monolithic wooden gates whose support to either side looked like they must have been out from the giant sequoias.
Some of the best
gate
gates,
itself-
I tell you, these gates were tremendous. A lot of people are saying that these gates right here, like, they're almost like a wall. They're not a wall, but they're almost a wall. A lot of people are saying it. Not everybody, but
50
more
feet
than
tall.
everybody.
The gate itself had been gouged in several places by woodpeckers and eaten away at the base by burrowing insects. Those are called termites.
I like how he was able... Who the fuck is writing this? Sherlock Holmes? Oh, looks like these gates have been
I've deduced.
fucking woodpeckers. I know because there's traces of sap from the local trees, which, like... Alright, Batman, how the fuck did you know it was woodpeckers and termites that fucking degraded this wood? Like, are you some kind of wood expert over here?
No, they're actively doing it right now.
No, there's literally termites all over this.
Marching through.
Being eaten, that's what attracted the woodpeckers. They're eating the termites. I'm the exterminator. You called me.
It was Woody Woodpecker trying to make sure that this place vanished.
I don't know what a fucking creepypasta is. This is called a bill. This is called a summary of services. I don't know what the fucking open board meeting is, bro.
All right, I think we're getting somewhere. Hanging on the gate was a sheet of metal, some random scrap, with hand-painted letters scrawled in black. Abandoned by Disney. Clearly the handiwork of some past local or an employee who wanted to make some small protest.
It looks like these gates were abandoned by Warner Brothers. Clearly, classic misdirection.
Is that Batman trying to make Warner Brothers look bad?
It's like, yeah, the world's greatest detective here, fucking, like, deducing the signs on these gates, yeah.
It was made by protesters. The inner grounds of the place were just as overgrown as the entryway. Palm trees stood, untended and ragged among piles of their own coconuts. Banana plants similarly stood in their own stinking, bug-riddled refuse.
Can you please read that last sentence for me again? I just want to hear it again. That was... Morrissey loved it. The Morrissey loved it.
The inner grounds of the place were just as overgrown as the entryway. Palm trees stood untended and ragged among piles of their own coconuts.
Palm trees stood untended and ragged among piles of their own coconuts. That sentence right there is that's my new away message. That sentence is sublime.
Oh, we're going back to AIM over here.
Yes, we are. Like I said, you get the time
plants.
travel. And then, yes, this
Banana
next part
plants.
too. Okay, banana plants.
Banana plants similarly stood in their own stinking, bug-riddled refuse.
Bug-riddled refuse.
That's my Pokemon band name.
Bug-riddled refuse.
It's a type. It's a type.
Its Own Confusion would be a good like emo hardcore band for
that would be good.
World. Its Own Confusion.
That'd be a good one. There was this sort of clash between order and chaos, as carefully planted rows of perennial flowers mixed with obnoxious tall weeds and stinking blackened mushrooms. All that remained of any outdoor
Excuse me,
structures.
Craig. Urban mushrooms.
None of this sounds urban to me. This kind of sounds like jungle-ish. Like, all that remains of any outdoor structures were broken, rotting wood and various charred bits of unidentifiable material. What was most likely an information booth or an outdoor bar was now simply a pile of assorted debris chopped up by past vandalism and ravaged by weather.
Here's something I just noticed. This is a very common amateur mistake that I notice in writing when we do fanfics and creepypastas. A lot of times sentences will begin with something like, sentences will say something like, what was most likely this. Never do that. It's sort of like in our old creepypasta episode, there was that big joke about the assumption, the implication was, and it was like, don't tell me what the implication was. You know, like,
I created the rule book that had the basis for implications.
well, like, once you tell me what it is, it's not an implication anymore. Like, you know, like,
It's now just
like,
a statement.
yeah, like the whole, like, you know, or like, yeah, it was something like that. And like, it's sort of like that. Like, don't say what was most likely a, like, instead describe it in such as, like, in a way such as to, like, to make me realize that that's what it was. Like, what did they say? It was most likely a what?
What was most likely an information booth or an outdoor bar was now simply a pile of assorted debris chopped up by past vandalism and ravaged by weather.
An information booth or an outdoor bar? What was most likely an information booth or an outdoor bar? First of all, I don't see much similarity between those two things. So, like, what? Like, what things? I don't even know what to imagine right now. Like,
well, you've never been to an info booth that
a
has
pagoda?
like,
is that the word we're
big
looking?
old?
Or is that just the word we're looking
No,
for?
there's
Could we
bar
have?
stools?
What is a pagoda? I don't even know pagoda.
It's like a kiosk.
Pagoda jewelry. No, I know there's pagoda jewelry. I want to know the actual definition of the word pagoda. A Hindu or Buddhist temple. Wait, really?
Well, you wanted to know the real definition.
That's what it is? I thought. Wow, okay. So I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, you know what I think I'm thinking of is a what am I thinking of, guys? Like, they have them at the mall? What do they call those things?
Pavilion?
At the mall? Pavilion? No, not a pavilion. Like
kiosks?
A kiosk. Yeah, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm not thinking of a kiosk. You're right. That is what I was thinking of, but it's not what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Either way,
Well,
it's like and also, what a meaningless fucking detail. You don't need to tell us that it was most likely a bar or an information booth. Just be like a small dilapidated structure. Like some, like, you don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't, like, this is like like it hurts the you know.
Well, it also seems like the structure itself was destroyed in just a pile of rubble.
Yeah. So what is the point of, like, saying what was most likely an information booth or a small bar? Like, bro, clunky as fuck.
CAF, bro.
CAF, Dad. Clunky as fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, carry along, child. The most interesting
All right,
thing
Professor
on the
Membrane.
The most interesting thing on the grounds was a statue of Baloo. The
Wrong!
friendly bear from
The most
Jungle Book.
interesting thing was science! Sorry, go ahead.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's Professor Membrane. Also, every host of every atheist YouTube channel.
The most interesting thing is science. The friendly bear from the Jungle Book,
Baloo.
which stood in a sort of courtyard in
All right,
front of the main building.
we could shorten this so much if we just replaced entire chunks of his sentences with single words. Like, the friendly bear... The friendly bear from the Jungle Book, you could easily replace that whole chunk of your sentence with fucking 5 letters. Baloo.
The most interesting thing on the ground was a statue of Baloo, the friendly bear from the Jungle Book.
Oh, it said that. My bad.
So he even had to explain who it was on top of that.
Okay. That's okay, actually. Never mind. That's okay. I don't mind that.
He was frozen in a jovial wave toward no one, staring into empty space with a silly, toothy grin as bird shit covered whole swaths of his fur and vines ensnared his platform.
Frozen in a jovial wave.
I approached the main building, the palace, only to find the outside of the building covered in graffiti, where the original paint hadn't peeled and chipped away. The front doors weren't just open, they had been taken off their hinges and were stolen.
Are you sure you didn't? You don't just still have your Getty Lee search box open? You're not just reading like unpublished Getty Lee
Page in his
lyrics?
history. Somebody is sneaking into his place. They're blogging
All this like
about it.
prose, like dilapidated trees in piles of their own, wasted coconuts. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Abandoned by Disney. Abandoned by Disney.
Abandoned.
Above the front doors, or the gaping maw where they had been, someone had once again painted "Abandoned by Disney."
Why would anyone? All right, I want to really explore this because Disney would never paint that.
No, he
fucking
thinks somebody disgruntled.
a
painted it.
vagrant would never paint that. A vagrant, any self-respecting vagrant would paint a dick on that fence.
And any self-respecting urban explorer would take a photo of them going.
This is who would paint "Abandoned by Disney"?
That'll show them when they come back to.
Oh, it was Don Bluth.
To reclaim their thing.
It was Don Bluth. Don Bluth had a bad day, so he broke into this abandoned Disney resort, let loose a bunch of termites and woodpeckers from his bag of whimsical things.
They certainly were not native species, I guess. The place was destroyed because he let loose an invasive species of woodpecker and termite. I wish I could tell you about all the awesome stuff I saw inside the palace. No. I'm just going to tell you all the things leading up to it, and then
I wish I could tell you, bro. This is your creepypasta. You could tell us whatever the fuck you want. There's no time limit on your creepypasta, Holmes.
This might be where you want to get into some detail, not like 7 paragraphs ago.
Right?
Forgotten statues, abandoned cash registers, a full-fledged secret society of homeless bums. No. The inside of the building was so stark.
I wish I could tell you what I saw in there. And then he proceeds to tell us what he saw in there.
No, I guess that wasn't in there. He's saying, I wish I could tell you all the awesome stuff I saw. And then listed some things that would be awesome. Like, I guess a secret society of homeless bums would be awesome to come across.
Awesome to come across him.
The inside of the building was so stark, so bare, that I actually think people had stolen the molding off the walls. It was Don Bluth.
I'm just so excited for the next trip to the comic shop that I have. So when I put down my list of finds of pulls, and then he goes, all right, that'll be it. So I can say awesome to come across him. I'm just so excited to do that.
I thought you were gonna say, I wish I could tell you about all the awesome pulls that I found that day. But no, I'm keeping it to myself. Okay. Anything that was too big to steal, counters, desks, giant fake trees, they were all resting amid this empty echo chamber that amplified my every step like a slow rat-a-tat of a machine gun. No, we had an opportunity to call it a ratata.
Get that.
But it was the rat-a-tat of a machine gun.
Get the strap. Don't give a fuck. You want to see my pulse?
Nice little attack the block.
My most recent pulls. I'm so fucking excited for that crossover. Cassandra Cain and Oliver Queen.
There you go.
Queen meets Queen. Yas. Fucking Red Hood and Batwoman. Queen meets Queen. Yes.
Shiny.
It's just a bag and board.
Still shiny on my end.
Oh yeah, I got some old Secret Origins. Fucking Nightwing. There's some shiny for
Nightwing
you.
and Thunder.
Oh yeah, an annual, Worlds at War, Requiem. Always love it. These are all dollar bin finds, so like when I can find a fucking annual for $1, fuck yeah. This I didn't even mean to buy. I don't know how I don't remember finding this. When I got home, I saw this Huntress and Power Girl, and I was like, say word. I didn't know I found that. They were World's Finest for a while. I don't know if you knew that, but Huntress and Power Girl like took over as World's Finest for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Strange combination, right? Gotham and Metropolis, but oh yeah, and then World's Finest, I got
Is that Dick?
Cool Tim.
Oh, that was
I
Tim?
believe. Yeah, that's definitely Tim. And then we got Catwoman and Supergirl, which that's exciting. And I got the first 2 issues of Suicide Squad Rebirth, totally worth $1, if nothing more. Super Sons, and some Batman Superman.
That's how you know how this creepypasta is going. Nathan stopped to show his pulse.
Some good pulls, right? Yeah, that's how good this creepypasta is. I also just want to
Thank you, Gyarados Thug.
What up?
I'm glad you're back here. Work
What
is
up,
definitely
Thug?
is lame.
What up, blood? What up, cuh? What up, gangsta?
All right, back to the story, I guess. I checked the floor plan and headed to all the locations that might seem in any way interesting. The kitchen was, as you'd imagine, an industrial food prep area with all the appliances in space. No expenses spared. Spared no expense.
Don't tell me what I'd imagine.
Every glass surface was broken. Every door knocked off its hinges. Every metal surface kicked and dented. The entire place smelled like very old piss.
I feel like he just got done reading Jurassic Park, like at this point in the creepypasta. Like
it really feels that way.
Yeah.
The huge freezer, not even remotely cool now, had row upon row of empty shelf space. Hooks hung from the ceiling, probably for hanging cuts of meat. And as I stood inside for a moment, I noticed they were swinging. Each hook swung in a random direction, but their movements were so slow and small that it was almost impossible to see. So were they swinging then? I figure it had been caused by my footsteps, so I stopped one from swinging by clutching it in my fist, then carefully letting go. But within seconds, it started to swing once more. Okay, now we're getting scary. Now it's getting scary. All right, I got faith in this now for the last half.
Hold on.
Third.
What? I'm sorry. I spaced out on the what it is that he's. Did we stop and the story is now being written by a cat? Sounds like I asked my cat what the most interesting part of their day was.
Well, you see, there was this hook that was kind of swinging, but it wasn't, so I stopped it and I pawed at it.
I was wondering why it wasn't swinging anymore, so then I went to grab it and then it started swinging again.
The bathrooms were in much the same state as the rest of the place, just like the Treasure Island Resort. Someone had methodically smashed each porcelain commode with coconuts and other implements.
The coconuts.
There was about...
Ooh, is Harry Belafonte dead? I shouldn't be this excited to hear that people are not alive.
There was about a half-inch of rancid, stinking, stagnant water on the floor.
All right, Michael Crichton, calm the fuck down.
Long. And you just look at the water, and the puddle started to shake every now and then, like boom, boom. What's odd is that the toilets and the sinks and the bidets in the ladies' room.
Hold on, you're hearing.
Yes, I went there.
You're seeing the ripples and and you're like something big. Oh God. There's another sentence from this creepypasta coming.
It's about Baloo. Okay, so what's odd is that the toilets and sinks and the bidets in the ladies' room. Yes, I went there.
Is that what they said, or did you add that?
No, that was in there. That was in there.
Well,
All
thank God, but also, like, I'm both utterly relieved that it wasn't you, but also I was really hoping that wasn't actually in there.
Right? You know, I feel like men's and ladies' rooms, when like there's no other humans around, they're both just restrooms. Just basic restrooms.
Very progressive of you, Craig. How woke of you.
Well, you want to get woker, I think all restrooms in regular society should just be restrooms. But anyway.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, they could have private restrooms for people that need privacy, public restrooms for people that don't. I'd be okay with that because I'm one of the people that needs privacy, and I would love more of an opportunity to have privacy when I need to use a restroom in public. I would love that.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win. That's the whole spectrum of gender. That's a portion of the spectrum of gender. Excuse me.
It seemed to me that they should have shut the water off long ago because, yeah, it's been like a decade since this place has been closed down. And they're still running water, I guess, according to him.
It's Disney. They don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever. We can afford it.
Whatever. We abandon that. We don't fucking know where all our money's going. There were plenty of rooms in the resort, but naturally, I didn't have time to look through them all. The few I did peer into were similarly wrecked, and I didn't expect to find anything there. I thought there was actually a television or radio in one room, as I really think I heard a quiet conversation coming out.
All right, hold on. Is this a creepypasta, or are we just playing Last of Us?
Choose. Yeah, it depends on what the response is going to be to this next conversation. I think The Last of Us might be scarier with the cordyceps virus thing. Though it was like a whisper, probably my own breathing echoing in the silence, or just another case of the sound of flowing water playing tricks on my mind. But this is what it sounded like, a full actual conversation. It might have been just the water playing tricks.
Whispers of my own breathing, reflecting off the walls. What the fuck are we like?
No, number one, I didn't believe it. Number two,
number one,
short unknown reply.
Number two, short unknown reply. Short
it could have just been like
reply.
inaudible noise. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Two.
I didn't know that. Anyone who's just tuning into the stream is like, and moving on.
Number one, upload reply.
Everyone who's been with the stream the whole time is like, and moving on.
And moving on. So there's a conversation where it was just, it was like more Geddy Lee lyrics.
Or as I call them, Geddy lyrics.
I know.
Geddy
that sounds ridiculous. I'm just telling you what I experienced, why I thought there might have been something running in that room, or worse, some vagrants who had holed up there and probably would have knifed me. Assumptions. At the front doors of the palace again, I figured I hadn't found anything of note. I hadn't wasted the trip up.
It was most likely vagrants that most likely would have knifed me. Totally didn't need to be in there. You're writing.
Blakers.
Don't tell me what the assumption was.
I'm totally with you. Why do only the ladies' room get the bidets? That feels like something that could benefit both bathrooms.
Yes.
If you're gonna separate them.
All right.
All
right, you fucking men's rights activists.
What? I like fresh splashings on my buttocks. Did I say that out loud?
Well, if institutional misogyny is real, then why don't we have bidets in the men's bathrooms?
Check and mate.
Do public women's bathrooms have bidets? Because honestly, if they do, I'm sorry. I would never, ever, ever, ever want to use a public bathroom that had a bidet. That sounds disgusting.
I'm with you on that too. How frequently does it get washed, and how many people do you think might have thought that was a really, really
we don't need to explain why, Chris.
Oh, this is a funky looking water fountain.
It's a very freaky water fountain, man. That's David Bowie.
I'm in space, man, and even I wouldn't touch that man.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. As I looked out the door, I noticed something interesting in the courtyard that I had apparently missed. Something that would give me at least one thing to show for all my trouble here.
As I looked
Even
at
if it was just a
door
photograph.
to the courtyard, I saw something that I missed. Sorry, my bad.
There.
Go on. That was unnecessary.
As a lifelike statue of a python, maybe 80 feet long, coiled up and sunning itself on a pedestal right in the center of the area. Almost time for the sun to start setting. So the light fell onto the object in the perfect way for a photograph. I approached the python and snapped a photo. Then I stood on my toes and snapped another. Moved closer again to get the detail of its face. Slowly, casually, the python lifted its head, looked directly into my eyes, turned and slithered off the pedestal across the grass and into the trees. And so that python was like, you know what? I'm not hungry enough to waste my time fucking dealing with your bitch ass. And walked away.
I'm speechless.
All 80 feet of it, its head long disappeared into the woods before its tail even left the sunning spot. Disney had released their exotic animals. Disney had released their exotic animals onto the ground. Right there on my floor plan map was the reptile house. I should have known. I'd read about the sharks at Treasure Isle. Is it Island or Isle? Anyways, and I should have known they'd done this.
Hold on. I've got because it seems to be a running thing on this episode. What's the diff? Island, Isle, what's the diff?
The Pope came back. The friggin' Pope has come back.
Hey, I missed you guys, baby. Okay.
I've been touring space in the righteous indignation. Disney had, okay. I should have known they'd done this. Okay, I was dumbfounded, just utterly stupefied. My mouth must have been hanging open for the longest time before I came back down to Earth and snapped it shut.
What am I doing?
I blinked a few times and backed away from where the snake had been, back towards the palace.
I feel like this is Kirk recapping, like, like this is his captain's log. I don't know why I'm actually doing Diedrich Bader's Batman, but not Captain Kirk, but...
Oh my god. So even though it was totally gone, I still wasn't taking any chances, and I backed my way into the building. I took a few deep breaths and slaps to my own face to get myself right in the head again after that. I tell you what, if this is going to be the real scariest thing, is he just saw a python.
We saw a statue. It was a statue, right?
No, it was an actual python from the exotic animal exhibit.
Wait, I thought it was a statue. I literally
He thought it was a statue.
Oh.
He thought it was a statue. He took pictures and it got up and walked away.
I thought that it was a statue and it got up and walked away. So I was very freaked out.
Well, that might be it. He didn't exactly clarify. I just made assumptions, I guess, and you made assumptions, and we came to different conclusions.
Hold on. What are we talking about? Public?
Bidets.
Oh, really? I mean, I might be more okay with it in Japan than I would America. I would definitely be more okay with it in Japan than I would America. But still,
because
I'd rather not.
Taking care of the community is like a top priority over there.
I don't know. I've never been in a Japanese public bathroom, but I would only assume that they're cleaner than American public bathrooms. Like, I would be incredibly surprised if they weren't.
I looked for a place to sit down, as my legs were feeling a bit like jelly at this point. Of course, there was no place to sit down unless I wanted to recline in glass, a dead leaf carpet, or haul myself up onto a desk of questionable reliability. I had seen some stairs near the palace lobby.
I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but I both love and hate the verbiage in this fucking creepypasta. Like, my God. Can you say that sentence again? I just want to hear it again, and I'll let you go. I'm not even going to interrupt.
All right. Of course, there was no place to sit down.
I interrupted. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There was There was no place to sit down unless I wanted to recline in the broken glass and dead leaf carpet or haul myself up onto a desk of questionable reliability. Oh, it's not even questionable reliability. It's questionably reliability. Okay, even better. I had seen some stairs near the palace's lobby and decided to go have a seat there until I felt better. The staircase was far enough away from the front of the building to be relatively clean, save for a startling accumulation of dust. Is it really that startling? It's been a decade.
Yeah, how startling can an accumulation of dust be? I'm gonna go ahead and say that an accumulation of dust, not very startling. Like, who the fuck are you, fucking Treebeard, that you could be startled by an accumulation of dust? Like, Treebeard's telling a story to Mary Pippin, and he's like, oh! And they're like, whoa, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, yes. A lot of
dust.
Okay, as you were. It's okay. You don't have to tell us why you were startled. Just get back to your story. Mark, by the way, Merrick, good to see you.
Hey, Merrick. The staircase was far enough away from the front of the building. Oh, the accumulation of dust. Okay, I pulled a wedge of metal off the wall, once again painted with a "Abandoned by Disney" motto I'd become accustomed to. I placed the wedge on the stairs and sat on it to keep at least somewhat clean. The stairway led downward because the sign didn't have dust on it, just the stairs.
I get it. Yeah, it's just so funny that it's just sometimes it's funny the things that amateur writers choose to include in their writing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The stairway led downward below ground level using my camera flash as a sort of improvised flashlight. I could see that the staircase ended in a metal mesh door with a padlock. The sign of the door.
Real quick before Merrick, because he's got to go back to work. Merrick, it's great to see you too. Hopefully this will be the first of many times seeing us in person. But also check out our YouTube channel. We did a bunch of videos in the past, and we're hoping to do some more soon. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, go on, Craig. Sorry.
Happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
Great to see people missed me. Okay, so there was a sign on the door, a real sign. It read, "Mascots only. Thank you." This perked up my spirits a little bit.
You know that wasn't a real sign because I'm sorry, but they don't call them mascots. They call them cast members. Brianna, can I get a backup? Where are you?
Not here.
Disney doesn't call them mascots. They call them cast members. Go on, as you were.
Go on. This perked my spirits up a little bit for two reasons.
Oh, yeah, no, hold on. I'm sorry, Merrick. Check out our Fairpoint Podcast YouTube channel. We used to do a bunch of unboxings back when Craig subscribed to Loot Crate, and I think they were super fucking fun. Like, I wish you still subscribed to Loot Crate just so we could start doing unboxings again.
I almost forgot about that. Well, maybe if Loot Crate wants to get in here and sponsor me, I'll do it.
Hey, let's do it. Let's reach out.
Holding my breath, but
let's reach out. All right, Loot Crate, if you want to, we're never going to mention you again unless you sponsor us. All right, go on. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that.
That's the threat. That's the threat we got. Yeah, a mascots only area would have definitely had some interesting stuff back in the day. Two, the padlock was still in place. Nobody had gone down there. Not the vandals, not the looters. Nobody. But Disney
does it better.
This was the one place I could actually explore and perhaps find something interesting to photograph or wantonly steal.
There's your here's your I'm sorry, but here's your punk rocker on a bike, on a motorcycle.
There it is. Is he a zombie?
No.
Is that a Return of the Living Dead 3 cover?
Sure.
Oh, it's just a trainer with a grimer.
Jameson's very compelling. How much of it have I drank? Am I already
You're
Jameson.
like basing it on how far in the bottle is gone. I'm still on my first drink myself.
This
I
is
decided to be a good boy tonight.
I've had this bottle of Jameson for several months. This is the same bottle of Jameson that you guys have seen me drinking from every episode of Silph Radio Live. So, I think. It's possible that I had a different bottle in the very first or, I don't know. Anyway.
Also, Nerdy Paragon can vouch for the cast members thing.
Generally,
got backup.
though, honestly, my general philosophy with drinking, now this isn't me saying my philosophy as far as this is what people should do. Fuck that. Everyone has their own personal biology. I just mean what I enjoy doing. I don't drink very often, but when I do, I like to drink a lot. So it's like I like to drink very, very, very rarely in large amounts. But lately, since we've been doing these, I've been drinking kind of like a tiny little bit when we do the live shows, just because it's fun, you know? Anyway. I have not had enough Jameson
And you don't want to
yet.
be, like, trashed at the end, you know?
Yeah, no, fuck
By
that.
the end,
Blake
you know.
just wants a recreation of fucking Silph Radio episode 93, and I am not trying to do that because... I mean, I guess I don't have to edit this because it's a live show, so... I won't have to actually experience the cringe.
I guess not. You'll just be the cringe.
Be the cringe, Mountain Dew. All right, go on.
All right. I had come
Sponsor?
to the palace, essentially agreeing with myself that it was okay to take anything I wanted because, hey, abandoned. I really thought he was going to say American exceptionalism, manifest destiny, etc., etc. But nope, just abandoned. White privilege. I don't know. It didn't take much to bust the lock. Well, actually, that's wrong. It didn't take much to bust the metal plate on the wall that the padlock was hooked to. Time and decay had done most of the work for me. Well, you see, it used to be a sturdy lock, but time makes fools of us all, I guess.
Yeah, what kind of locks did Disney buy that decay? Like, hold on. They decayed? But they decayed. Like, what kind of locks did Disney invest in? Like, they would have, like, I feel like if they decayed just because the park was abandoned, they, how good shape would they have been in if the park wasn't abandoned?
Decaying Metal is a new wave hair rock band, glam rock band.
Yes, I love it.
For that was built in 2020. It's not an older band. It started now because they're Decaying Metal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Also, Decaying Metal is also just like you're just talking about any notable metal band. I spaced out. I panicked. I was like, choose a metal band. I wanted to make a joke, but I was like, Metallica. It's too obvious. I don't know. Oh God, the pressure! Live shows. Okay.
The mascots only area was startling and very welcome to change from the rest of the building I'd seen. For one, every second or third fluorescent light overhead was illuminated, even though they flickered and faded randomly. Also, nothing had been stolen or broken, even if age and exposure were definitely taking their toll. Spelling on definitely. Anyways, tables had notepads and pens. There were clocks, even a punch-in clock on the wall, complete with filled-out time cards. Chairs were scattered around, and there was even a small break room with an old, static-filled television and long, rotted-out food and drink on the counters.
I'm sorry. I'm so sick. I'm just as sick as everyone else of the Donald Trump shit. But you have to admit, Donald Trump writing/reading creepypasta, that's a fucking gold idea right there.
You know, no, I've had enough.
No, but okay, me too. But separate from that, like, because it's overused, that's an actual, like, there's something there. Like, the way that creepypastas are written makes sense with the way that Donald Trump talks. Well, nothing makes sense with the way Donald Trump talks.
What, like, with a third grade education? I don't...
Exactly! All right, go on. I'm sorry. Let's finish this. Let's do this. I want to
It
do more
was-
than one creepypasta tonight. So
It was like one of those post-apocalypse movies where everything is left in the state of evacuation. As I walked the maze-like sub-basement
Hold on.
hallways of the mascots only area.
no. Left in a state of evacuation? Excuse me, no, it's been evacuated. It has not been left in a state of evacuation.
Everything was left in the state of evacuation.
No. It's evacuated. In the state of evacuation would mean that it is being
in the middle of it.
evacuated. Yes.
Which is when all like the smashing would be happening.
Right,
The
because
state of
evacuation means leaving. Evacuated means that the evacuation
Left.
happened in the past, because ed is past tense. So evacuation, yeah, it means people are still leaving. It would just mean people are perpetually leaving. You know what they say, like, you can leave, but you can never. All right, anyway.
Hotel California. As I walked the maze-like sub-basement hallways of the mascot-only area, the sights just became more and more interesting. As I hope so. God, I hope so for the sake of your story.
Interesting of sights. Some people, not everyone, but a lot of people are saying that these sights, they're interesting. All right.
Okay, so like you got a point, but there comes a time when I start hearing people do that. I just want to smash them in the head of my shoe.
And that point is the very second they start doing that.
Bad, stop! Just like a bop on the top of the head with my slipper.
Bop on the top.
As I went further, desks and tables were knocked over, papers scattered and almost melded with the damp floor, and a large carpet.
And these
of mold.
papers, let me tell you, I know scattering. These papers were scattered.
was slowly overtaking the real rotting crimson floor covering. Everything was just sort of
Some
squishy.
people would say they were strewn. I like to say scattered, because when you say that they were scattered, it does wonderful things for the story, saying that they were scattered.
Anything wood disintegrated into mush when I applied even the least amount of force, and clothing items hanging on hooks in one of the rooms simply fell to moist threads if I tried to unhook them. One thing that annoyed me was that the light was becoming more sparse and unreliable as I went further into the dank, suffocating depths of the place. Eventually, I reached a black and yellow striped door with the words Character Prep 1 stenciled on it. The door wouldn't open at first. I figured this was probably where the costumes were kept, and I definitely wanted a photograph of that twisted, stinking mess. What, the loincloths? Try as I might, whatever angle or trick I tried, the door wouldn't budge. That is, until I gave up and started to walk away. That was when there was a slight popping sound, and the door creaked open slowly.
I'm sorry. If you could just see the inner Batman monologue, there would just be so many little text boxes popping up that say, pick your battles, pick your battles, pick your battles, pick your battles.
Inside, the room was completely dark, pitch black. I used the camera flash to look for a light switch in the wall by the door. But
why
there was
doesn't your
nothing.
phone have a flashlight, bro? Do you
Might
even
be
Urban
2010.
Explorer? Do you even African American Explorer?
They got a flip phone, so I don't know if it has a flashlight on it. I don't know. I'm assuming this is an older story that's not with in the smartphone era.
Oh, okay.
As I made my search, I was jarred out of my sense of excitement by a loud electrical buzz. Rows of lights overhead suddenly flashed to life, flickering and fading in and out like the rest I had passed. It's interesting, too, that the electricity and power is still on. It took a second for my eyes to adjust, and it seemed like the light was going to just keep getting brighter until all the bulbs exploded. But just when I thought it would reach that critical stage, the lights dimmed a bit and steadied. It was about to explode, but it didn't. The room was exactly as I had pictured it. Various Disney costumes hung on the wall, fully put together, like strange cartoon cadavers hung from invisible nooses.
I just want to say same to it was about to explode, but it didn't. Fucking same.
There was an entire rack of loincloths and native clothes on hangers towards the back. What I found odd, and what I wanted to photograph right away, was a Mickey Mouse costume at the center of the room. Unlike the other costumes, it was lying on its back in the center of the room, like a murder victim.
Okay, or maybe it was just lying on its back. Again, if you want
Like
me
a
to think,
costume.
if you want me to think it was lying on its back like a murder victim, you have to put in the work to make me think that. You can't just tell me that that was what it was like.
Also, like, this guy sees a piece of clothing and is like, yo, that looks like a murder victim.
It's like, if you want me to think your character was cool, you have to put in the work of making me think they're cool. You can't just tell me every time that they talk, they said it like they were a cool guy. No, make me think they were a cool guy. Don't tell me they said it like they were a cool guy.
The fur on the costume was rotten and shedding, creating bare patches. Oh, Mickey had mange. That's not funny. Sad. What was even odder, however.
Otter still.
That's great. What was even odder, however.
Even odder, however.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So eloquently put, was the coloring of the costume. It was like a photo negative of the actual Mickey Mouse. Black where he should have been white, and white where he should have been black. Your peanut butter is in my chocolate.
Look, let me tell you something about this mouse. He was black where he should have been white, okay? And he was white where he should have been black.
His normally red overalls were light blue. Oh, Blukey Mouse. The sight was off-putting enough that I actually put off photographing the thing until last. The sight was off-putting enough that I put off the photograph.
The phonemes in that sentence.
Is that iambic
The
pentameter?
phonemes, phenomes, pheromones?
Phomines. Sometimes I feel like I can't. Anyways, I took a picture of the costumes hanging on the wall. Upward angles, downward angles, side shots to show an entire row of frozen, putrid cartoon faces, some with plastic eyes missing. This ought to get me back into good graces on that fetish site, I thought. Then I decided to stage a shot, just one of the bedraggled?
I don't know what it means, but I love it. It's my new favorite word. Bedraggled? That's my band name. No, I don't care whether it's in the Pokemon universe, the real universe. Bedraggled? Bedraggled? I love it. What do you think?
Bedraggled character heads.
Bedraggled. Bedraggled. I don't even ask you what you think it means. We know what it means. That is a fucking functional word without even having it to put in the work of usage. Yeah, anyway, go on.
So he staged a murder shot, basically. So he staged a shot of one of the bedraggled character heads on the slick, grimy floor. I reached for the headpiece of a Donald Duck costume and carefully removed it so the thing wouldn't fall apart in my hands. As I looked into the face of a wide-eyed, moldering head, a loud, clattering sound made me jump with fright. What was that? I heard a clatter and what should appear, a giant sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
Almost. Not quite yet. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of Christmas.
I looked down. Oh, God.
Tomorrow's the motherfucking first day of Christmas, Craig. Starts in 3 hours, but we get an extra hour.
Oh, God.
Tomorrow is the first day of Christmas, Craig. Next week, join us for our Christmas special on Silph Radio Live.
Oh, God. I looked down at my feet, and there between my shoes was a human skull. It had fallen out of the mascot head and shattered into pieces at my feet.
Same.
Only the empty
Wait, no,
face
not same.
And
not
lower
same.
jaw remained staring up at me.
Who can relate?
I dropped the duck head immediately, as you'd expect, and moved to the door.
Don't tell me what I'd expect!
As I stood at the doorway, I looked back to the skull on the floor. I had to take a picture of it. You know?
Don't tell me what I know.
For any number of reasons, that may seem silly, but only if you don't think it through.
Don't tell.
I need proof of what happened. Especially if Disney was going to somehow make this go away. I had no doubt in my mind right from the start that even if it was just gross negligence, Disney was responsible for this.
Ew, that negligence
All the
is gross.
dead character costumes. They must pay. That's when Mickey, the photo negative opposite Mickey in the middle of the floor, started to get up. First, sitting up, then climbing to its feet. The Mickey Mouse costume, or whoever was inside of it, stood there at the center of the room. Its fake face just staring directly at me as I mumbled, "No," over and over again. "No, no, no, no." With shaking hands, a violently thrashing heart, and legs that had once again turned to jelly, I managed to lift the camera and aim it at the opposite creature, now quietly sizing me up. The digital camera's screen displayed only dead pixels in the shape of the thing. It was a perfect silhouette of the Mickey costume. As the camera moved in, the unsteady hands, the dead pixels spread, marring the screen wherever Mickey's outline moved to.
Dead pixel
Then the camera
spread.
died.
I'm just throwing out band names for you guys. Dead
More
pixel
band names?
Spread. Dead pixel spread. Yeah.
Then the camera died, went black and quiet and broken. I raised my eye once again to the Mickey Mouse costume. "Hey," it said in a hushed, perverted but perfectly executed Mickey Mouse voice.
How many?
"Hey!"
How many Y's are in that? Hey.
Just one.
Oh yeah, he ain't.
Want to see my head come off?
Say no. Say no. Say no.
mean,
Mickey, I gotta say, I respect that you asked first. Thank you.
Consent.
That's
is
a
key,
hard.
but I don't feel like.
It's a hard pass, though. No,
It
I
started
did
to pull
not.
at its own
No,
head.
the pun was not intended, Mickey.
It started to pull at its own head, working its clumsy glove-clad fingers around
Stop
its neck.
working your clumsy glove-clad fingers, Mickey. Mickey, Mickey, Mickey. I gotta say, Mickey.
You betrayed me, Mickey!
Mickey, you betrayed me, Mickey. Oh, Mickey.
Fingers around its neck with clawing, impatient movements similar to a wounded man trying to pull himself free of a predator's jaws as it
Okay,
worked its digits
Actually, I'm wet.
into its neck.
I'm wet again. You found my
That
kink.
Sounds right.
You found my
Cool.
kink. Live
I
on
knew
air.
it by the end. You would fucking love this story at the end of it.
And I fucking love this story.
As it worked its digits into its neck,
Oh, yeah,
so
work
much
those
blood,
digits.
so much thick, chunky, yellow blood.
What the?
I think you're explaining your. Is that pus? Is that?
You lost me. Yeah, you lost my kink.
At chunky yellow blood.
Not my kink. If it's yours, that's cool. But actually, no, that's not cool.
I turned away as I heard a sickening tearing of cloth and flesh. Only cared about getting away.
Is there a
Above the
tearing
doorway.
of cloth and flesh that isn't sickening?
No. Above the doorway, out of this room, I saw the final message clawed into the metal with bone or fingernails.
How do you know?
Abandoned.
Hold on, no, I'm sorry. Before you read the sentence, how do you know that it was clawed in with bones or fingernails? It could have been clawed in with anything. What are you talking about, bro?
Clawed with fingernails. Abandoned by God. I never got the pictures out of the camera. I never wrote the blog entry about it. After I ran from that place, fled for my sanity, if not for my very life, I knew why Disney didn't want anyone to know about this place. They didn't want anyone like me getting in. They didn't want anything like that getting out.
What, God?
End No, evil devil cloth loincloth Mickey.
I know, Craig.
It ended.
Don't break
Loincloth
kayfabe.
Mickey. It's
Loincloth
over.
Mickey.
I could do that. I could break kayfabe. It's okay. It's over.
Is loincloth Mickey problematic? I'd have to say so.
Yes. Yes. Okay,
what a
that was
fucking creepypasta. Holy shit.
Okay. All right, so since this is a short one, I could do the Who Was Phone one real quick.
Okay, cool, because I was like,
What,
man, I really want to do another one, but at the same time.
Thank you,
Holy
Nerdy Paragon.
shit.
I was starting to get a little insecure there in the middle of it when I just felt like I'd been rambling on and I didn't even know what this dude's doing in Pokemon. He's
What happened?
fighting for his life.
Yeah, no, dude, you didn't write that shit. You ain't got nothing to feel insecure about.
Oh man. Thank you. I'm glad you're invested in pasta. I was getting into it.
Thank you, Craig. That creepypasta was hot.
Boop.
It was a great creepypasta. I've been telling everyone, I've been saying, people say that creepypasta Craig's gonna tell, it's not gonna be good. But I said it's fake news. Craig's gonna tell the most tremendous
Thing's not working.
creepypasta. Alright. Alright, what's this next creepypasta, Craig?
It's called Who Was Phone. Thanks for the forward, Wendell.
Alright, I'll try not to interrupt as much so we can get through this one and play some Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, so you're with your girl, smooching, and
Hold on.
then
Wait, hold on, what?
you're with your. See, it's not like in story format. It just like details what it is.
Alright, so you're with your bro, smooching, is that what you said?
No, with your girl, with your honey, with your sweetie, with your.
I mean, either's fine.
Significant other. And you're making out, smooching, and the phone rings, right? And you answer it, and the voice says, "What are you doing with my daughter?" So you tell your girl that her dad's on the phone, and then she said, "My dad is dead." Then who was phone?
See,
And
maybe that's how it happened for you.
Creepypasta.
Yeah, sure, that was your creepy. See, my creepypasta, I was with your girl, right? And then I got the call, and it was like, yo, why you with my daughter? And I was like, yo, your dad's on the phone. And she was like, nah, my dad. All right, anyway, no, I'm sorry.
Nah. My dad is phone.
And I was like, how you gonna do me like that, girl? And then she was all over my phone calling it daddy. And...
It kind of is. It's written like the clumsiest D&D campaign. The shortest, also the shortest one.
She was like posting on my Twitter and shit.
So it's funny too, because then it like goes on to explain the original one, and it was like, so he's like trying to give you advice on how to diddle his daughter. Like, I'm not reading that shit. Anyways, then who was phone?
Advice? Yeah, wait, hold on. Who did what? I missed something. Who?
Okay, so it says in the original version, this is where the way it's stated is like I said. So basically, it's like this: you had a friend's house for the night or whatever, and then you guys are making out on the couch, and then like her dad calls on the phone and says like, "No, is she likes it more if you use the other hand?" Yeah, and you're all like, "Oh, dude, your dad's trying to give me advice on how to diddle you," and then she's like, "I don't have a dad or whatever." But what? Who was phone?
She's like, I don't have a dad, but that's hot. Keep going.
I like the original. Whoever that is, they know the spots. Is that your best friend?
Yeah, that's a really weird creepypasta.
It's a weird, funny, short one.
Okay, sure.
I told you it was really short.
But I mean, who hasn't been there? You know, you're making out with your best friend. Their dad calls, starts telling you how they like it.
It's just yeah, you know when like your dad starts telling your boyfriend.
Wait, it was my dad? My dad called. Actually,
Specifically, who X person X's dad, who is dead. Yes, it is.
Solo's phone. Okay. Yeah.
It's a very specific kink.
It's a very specific kink when your deceased father calls and starts giving you advice, or when your ex's when your spouse's, when your partner's, that's the word I was looking for, partner's deceased father calls and starts giving you advice on how to get them to that spot.
Yeah, frankly, you can only give somebody so much advice. So they gotta bring it across the finish line on their own.
Thanks, Dad. As I said, though, I am kind of in the middle of something.
Kind of in the middle.
Literally.
Of something. Speaking of D&D, do you guys want to see my dice box?
Depends on what you mean by that. Oh yeah, I like it.
It's a nice little box with a D&D sticker on it.
Yeah, so it's almost like an old tradition, like with me and my friends, that we use makeup boxes as our like dice and Magic the Gathering and gaming boxes. So I have a makeup box. I thought I had it out here, but I don't. Like, full of
is that what would be called a train case?
Like those sparkly silver, like metal, kinda. We all like had one of those for our Magic stuff. I don't know why. I don't know where it started or why, but we do. And I have a dice collection, so I have like hundreds of dice, so they're all like in this. Yeah.
Yeah, I got I just bought a $6 box on Amazon, and then I bought some felt and just like did a bunch of different colored felt on the inside.
Okay.
All my dice are in like so many bags just in there.
Yeah, man, I've had mine for a long time. All right, let's get this. Let's Tay, come on, end this shit. So we can play some
you can do it, Tay.
Luigi Mansion.
Holy wow!
I'm excited to play Luigi's Mansion.
I'm excited to watch you play Luigi's Mansion. I suppose.
If only I could pass the controller.
I think everyone else is too, right?
Yeah,
I want to see Luigi's Mansion.
I'm really excited. I love the Super Mario games. I love spooky stuff, and I love Luigi. And so that sounds just perfect. All right.
All right.
All right, and we go ahead and save this. And
how many people do you think actually need that disclaimer that says "Don't turn off power" while it's saving? Do you think there are people out there that are like,
yeah, 100%. That people that think they just need it, they can just hit save
and immediately turn it off?
Yeah,
for instant. Those are probably the people that don't read the sign outside of the restaurant that says no mask, no entry.
Those people are the worst. All right. Let's play some Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion. All right. Oh, hold on. I can't. You guys hearing that?
I'm not hearing anything.
You probably aren't going to, unfortunately. That's lame. Hold on. Hold on.
That's that switch noise.
software? Fuck that.
Do you have to
No,
play it?
I don't think so. There it is. All right. So yeah.
Sorry, Blake. I didn't mean to. If you took offense to what I said, since you were one of those kids that had to be told, or I was just, I don't know. I was making a point or a joke.
Canceled, Craig. You're fucking canceled.
Canceled, Craig.
You canceled, Craig. You canceled.
I'm out here just like mocking Pokemon fans, I guess.
All right. I feel like that's probably really loud, huh, guys? Is it? Are you guys hearing? Yeah, there it is. You guys can hear the game, right?
It's good to know.
Let me know if I need to fix the volume on the game or anything or any of our levels. And let's fucking play some Luigi's Mansion. All right, Craig, who's your favorite like Mario character?
Oh, it'd probably be Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically from Super Mario World 2, because I liked the way he kicked when he jumped. I think that was where I like decided that I had a favorite.
Twinkle Toes. That's what all the like. Whenever I would choose Luigi and Mario Brothers 2, people would call him Twinkle Toes, and I'd be like, "Are you judging me?" Like when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Craig's like, yeah, I know all too well.
All too well. Except Nathan always offends Blake, but does he care? Fuck no.
I don't care about shit, except being offensive.
You heard it.
Except
for
triggering
the
soy
umpteenth
boys. Triggering Luigi's.
I was gonna say it'd be pretty hard to trigger me, but probably not that hard.
It wouldn't be hard to trigger you, Craig.
I am a soy boy, but I like kind of embraced that. What?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not just a soy boy. I'm an oat boy. I like.
We're all soy boys here. All right.
It depends. If I'm making mashed potatoes, I will definitely use oat milk.
Oat milk's good. If you make like a oat milk latte and you add like some blueberry flavoring, it's like a blueberry latte. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oat has the better creaminess, consistency of the other alternative milks.
I mean, I like
Nerdy
almond
Paragon.
milk.
You're a vegan, huh? Same here. High
Oh,
five.
nice. I like almond milk way better than oat milk. But are we dropping frames? We're not. Let me know, guys. Is this streaming well? Because this is the first time I'm officially using the
High five.
Switch. But yeah, I like almond milk better. But oat milk mixed with the blueberry flavoring in like a latte or something gives it that like Frankenberry like cereal flavor. Yeah, I like it. It's good.
I can't do almond milk because I'm allergic to almonds. But
oh, that's right.
I do oat milk for like more so for cooking, because it's creamier and it has less of an actual flavor on its own than soy milk. Soy milk has a little sweeter, more sweetness to it, in its original form. I know I can get the one with less sugar or no added sugar or something, but
yeah, I'm not
the original
crazy.
one's good. It's good with cereal.
I'm not crazy about soy milk. Which is funny because like I like soy nuts. Like I have soy nuts in my kitchen and I use them in like salads and oatmeal and like they're I like them like I like any like other type of nut. But soy milk I'm not crazy about. I don't know. Oh.
I don't. It's just funny that they choose the more scaredy cat, the scaredy cat of the group to go investigate the haunted house.
Well, right. That's what works so good about it, you know.
I must have saved Mario.
I just love how well Mario characters express themselves. I feel really weird playing a Mario character and not being able to jump. This is suffocating. This is fucking suffocating, guys. This is fucking suffocating. Luigi, why are you having such a good time right now? But, like, I love how well Mario characters are able to express themselves with, like, yum.
It's like they don't actually talk, do they? They just make those noises while you read the text.
A douche potato. High five. Hey, bro. That's great. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Yum.
Okay. Sell me the premise. What are we doing here in the middle of this giant hotel lobby?
I don't fucking know, man.
Or mansion. And is that a ghost next to you, just like following you? So you got a little Casper of your own?
Apparently.
Spooky stuff, man. I told you I was spooky.
I told you I was spooky. I love this fucking Mallsoft Vaporwave soundtrack. Relaxed as fuck right now. The Last Resort. I love that. Oh my god. That's so clever.
Cut my life into pieces. This is the last resort.
Helen Gravelly. She sounds like Jabba the Hutt, right?
Helen Gravely.
Helen Grave. Oh, Gravely. Helen Gravely.
That could be.
Chisanawuki Chewbacca.
Hey, that's offensive. The Hutts take offense.
Fair enough.
Nathan, didn't you do some kind of like vaporwave or Mallsoft creation with your music?
Yeah, a few years back I made a like kind of Mallsoft project called Retail Therapy. It's on my Bandcamp along with my brand new album entitled Death Without Dying, which released today on my Bandcamp.
What?
You can
It's
find
like
it.
a low-key album drop on today, the spookiest of all days.
On the spookiest of all days. Yes, it's my it's sort of like a noise. It's like a digital punk rock album. It's like a noise. It's a very abrasive album, and it's the worst album of 2020. It's fucking terrible. You guys will hate it. But check that out. It's available for $2 on Bandcamp, or you can get my entire discography for $3. It's on sale. Or if you sign up for our Patreon for $1 a month, I'll send you a code for to get the album for free. Yo ho ho!
Oh,
who's texting?
Nerdy Paragon says he downloaded it. He likes Death Without Dying, and Spiders was cool.
Ooh, thanks. I appreciate that.
It was a pretty good segue. The transition.
I'll be honest, I think my favorite of my albums that are up on there is Play. Dungeons and Drag Queens.
Hell yeah, Blakes. DM is Fat Mike.
DM is Fat Mike, what?
From NoFX, he likes to do a little drag.
Oh yeah, no, Fat Mike's super into like S&M and shit.
I think he's married to a dominatrix.
Yeah, he is.
If you guys haven't checked out Home Street Home and do like punk music, that's a pretty good one. He did a full Broadway play, and the album's on Spotify.
It's called Home Street Home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. That sounds cool. I haven't seen that. What were we talking about? I don't know. But yeah, if I have to say, I think Play's better than this new one. I started this new album, Death Without Dying, as an attempt to make the worst music possible. Like that was how it started. I started working like the inception of this album was in 2018, and I was just trying to create like the worst music I could. But then I started falling in love with what I was making and just kind of went with it, and we got Death Without Dying.
The joke of yours, the joke you were doing turned into a serious project.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't necessarily
Like it.
it's still kind of like awful. But
Oh, that's one of the songs Blake likes. Was that one of your songs?
Dungeons and Drag Queens. Yeah, it's the third track on the album, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if I have to make a recommendation, Play is my favorite of my albums. It was the last album. I released it near the end of 2018, and it's it's not exactly a concept album, but there's a little bit of a concept in there that doesn't fully apply, but you can kind of listen to it and think like every track is a different level in a video game. So like one of the tracks is the ice world, one of the tracks is the water level, etc., etc. But it doesn't hold true for every single track. Like it's not a one-to-one analogy, but it did have like that was part of the inspiration of the album. Just not like it's not like a like you know what I mean, one of those concept albums where it's like literally every single track is a that's just one of the many inspirations that went into creating the album. Oh, what a cute little ghost puppy.
Oh, Blake says there was another one I heard that I really wanted to put guitar tracks over, but I can't remember which one. People want to collab, bro.
Okay. I think it would make. Oh, are you talking about in Play or in Death Without Dying? So, like when I was talking about the video game levels, that's in the album Play. Death Without Dying is different, and every album sort of has its own like philosophical association with two. And yeah, Death Without Dying. Little did I know going into 2020 how like apropos that album would be. Holy shit. Alright, I want to play the fucking game. What the fuck, Luigi?
Yeah, you're still just like searching. This is like still pre-game stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck am I supposed to do, guys? It's like none of the buttons do anything but X. I can't jump.
Is that just yeah, I guess you're supposed to search and explore. It's a point and click game at this point.
Yeah, I guess it is. It is pretty much a point and click game, huh? There's nothing in there, Luigi.
Oh, I'm gonna look again.
Oh, so apparently I needed to say, yeah, it's time to rest in order to move forward. I thought time to rest meant, I don't know.
Unpack your shit is what time to rest means.
Yeah, I thought it was like RPG style, like, do you want to refresh your health? I was like, I haven't gotten it yet.
I haven't done shit yet. Why do I need to rest?
Death Without Dying. Yeah, word. Okay.
Oh, he did rest, but that's I guess the story progressing.
Yeah.
Because it's in the night is when all the ghosts come out.
I ain't afraid of no sleep. I ain't afraid of no bed. Fucking A, man. That's scary right there.
Atmospheric.
Who the fuck replaced it? If I fucking had a smiley emoji in my closet and I woke up in the middle of the night and it was turned into a devil emoji, way creepier than anything in an abandoned Disney park.
I don't know. Is it
Hold on, let me
creepier
see
than
the other
a big
side of
draggled
these.
character head?
Oh my god, look, dude, on the other side of this door it says, abandoned by Disney.
It's abandoned by Nintendo.
Abandoned by Nintendo.
It would have been great if after he saw the abandoned by God, he looked back and Mickey Mouse was like, Cthulhu Fatagan. Of course, it would be the head was ripped off of the body, so you've been holding the head.
Dude, look. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh no! Now, okay, that is probably one of my biggest fears: is something coming up out of the toilet to grab me.
That is that's my metaphorical visual depiction of public bidets in America.
American public bidets.
So the joke, show me how good you are at the production part of things. It sounds amazing. All the sounds are audible. It makes really well. Thank you so much. I had a couple grams of mushrooms. Me say it's shitty. Well, like it's part of the. I'm honestly like I've never promoted one of my albums by calling it bad before. That's honestly part of the identity of this album. Like I'm not being self-deprecating, or at least I'm not just being self-deprecating. It is part of the identity of the album that it's terrible.
It's Death Without Doors?
Death Without Dying.
Death Without Dying. Okay.
See, this is why. Okay, so I've never actually played a Luigi's Mansion game, and this is why. Like, I'm like this whole like it's sort of like the reason I don't enjoy Ocarina of Time. Like, I literally do feel like this is suffocating. Like I'm just
trapped. Like
yeah.
You don't have enough opportunity to do things.
And I love point and click games. This doesn't feel like a point and click game. Oh, cool. I wasn't even thinking I could like point my flashlight around.
Does it kind of feel like it was made for like a younger audience? Like an easy, like you don't have to do many things?
Well, it's like it's like I was thinking about this earlier, honestly, because I knew I was going to be playing this today. But like the fact that these like all the controls are different is like it bothers me. But then I'm like, well, yeah, Nintendo was like, yeah, bro, we're not trying to just make new levels for Mario 64. We're trying to make a new game. Okay, I can't argue with that. But like there's just this doesn't really. Oh, this is my room. This just doesn't really feel that.
It looks excellent. The graphics.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm being overly criticky. I'm like the way my voice is like, I'm not having fun, but like I'm having fun.
Well, I mean, there's something to say about it though. Like it does look great. I'm not playing. I don't know what the gameplay feels like, but it does feel like I don't know. It is the beginning. Like I don't know. It does feel kind of slow.
Well,
I mean, if this was a normal RPG, I would expect something like this. You know, it's just going to take a little while going through random things. Like I was playing.
Right, and that's why it's like you can't jump in A Link to the Past, but something about having that 2D overhead look, I don't care that I can't jump. But once you put me on a three-dimensional plane like this, it's kind of...
You're like, why doesn't the guy jump? He can jump. He kicks his little feet like this when he does it.
I can't run, I can't jump, I can't punch, I literally can't do anything but press X when a little bubble pops up that says X. This feels
I can't
suffocating.
Jump. I can't dance. The only thing about me is the way that I
press
walk.
X.
Press X to continue.
I can't jump. I can't run.
It's really crazy how fast we just like flow to song. It just
And like nothing happens. I press X on all these things and nothing actually happens.
Does it say nothing happened, or does it like just nothing really happened?
Well, just something cute
Nothing of
happens.
note.
Yeah, but nothing actually happens.
Well, there's Mario's bags. I don't know why he didn't bring them into his room.
Right? Can I get flood? Can I get a flood device?
I think you should wantonly steal them because abandoned.
What do I have to walk in and out of the door a bunch of times for it to fucking happen? What the fuck just happened?
You literally just had to wait a certain amount of time, maybe.
Blake, you haven't heard my old music, bro. That shit's fucking bad. You want to talk about bad? One of these days, actually, on Silph Radio Live, we're probably going to look at it.
I feel like, though, Blake might be not feeling you're being super genuine about that, though, because you were just talking about how bad this new one is. And he's like, it's good. So,
well, this new one was created with the intention of being bad, so that's different. So it's good in that it's bad. Like, I don't know how quite to describe it, but no, I have some old shit that is just bad, like not in a self-aware way. It is fucking bad, and we're gonna listen to it on a future episode of Silph Radio Live, and I'm going to cringe so hard.
there we go.
Nah, I get it. I'm pretty dope.
All right, Blake. We need to start cutting him down a little bit. His ego's getting too high.
Hold on, let me get some more Jameson. That'll probably take care of it.
He starts going on about like, and another thing, the Electoral College.
There is someone I truly adore. Here's the inspiration for some of my greatest ideas. La da da da. Like inviting you here. La da 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 da. Just some more Morrissey lyrics now.
Oh shit, Gravely's a ghost. A ghost.
Gravely's a ghost.
I gotta give Luigi some credit for like just standing there and like having a normal ass conversation with her.
Yeah, Luigi, I like... Who was it? I wish I could remember who it was so I could credit them. It was like someone on a podcast or a YouTube video or something. They said Luigi's character is that he is equally afraid of everything. So like he's afraid of everything a little bit.
Just a little bit of everything.
Right, but he is as afraid of ghosts as he is of doorknobs. Which is to say that afraid.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
it's a me,
giant
King Boo.
King
that
Boo.
old coot had me locked up tight in his lab.
Okay, so Blake, you're gonna stand behind the writing, but the quality of your metalcore music is cringe, but not the writing. The writing's not cringe. The writing is good.
I don't know if Then I really want to hear it because I might love it.
Also, I will say that in 2010, I liked metalcore a lot then. So,
I think
probably more like between 2004 2008 was like when I was.
See, yeah, that's the thing is like if my album had lyrics that were bad, that might be unforgivable and hard to listen to. But I like Death Without Dying there are words in the album, but they're very easily overlooked and sparse, and they're more like instrumental flares. They're like musical flares rather than lyrics. But if there were lyrics on that album and they were bad, that might be difficult to like appreciate and savor. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love King Boo.
Would you say he's beautiful?
I love King Boo,
Really?
or as
Can
I
I
call
have-
him, Craig.
Aw. My heart. My heart just went. You know what? For
So
your
did
entertainment,
mine.
I'm gonna look up some really terrible Halloween jokes.
Oh, thanks, Brianna. I love this.
Was that a Brianna thing? Does she like bad Halloween jokes?
I feel like I don't know.
Oh, you know what? She did make a couple really bad jokes.
Now
It
she
felt
didn't
right.
make them; she just read them.
Like, what do the birds say to each other on Halloween?
What,
Trick or
James Earl
tweet.
Jones? Yeah, that's not funny at all.
It sounds like what the president says
Oh
on
shit! Hold on.
Twitter.
Some of the birds are saying, if you ask a
And
lot of
ask for it.
birds, a lot of them are saying, not all of them, but most of the birds, they're saying trick or tweet. Because when they say tweet, when they say trick or tweet, you can tell there are good things happening.
It's like if you close your eyes, it's like he's right there. I think that's why I want to boop you so much. Yeah, it's not a problem with the impression. It's just you're hearing it. Okay, yeah, no, I don't even want to. These are these are real bad. Like, you should be ashamed that you put this in a fucking article.
What the fuck? This game is crazy, Holmes. Do you think the word Holmes is do you think it?
Sherlock.
You think so?
Yo, this is crazy, Holmes. Indeed, Watson.
You really think it comes from Sherlock Holmes? Because a lot of people do. But I'm curious. Are you? I just want to know. Are you being serious?
No more serious than normally.
I think it's either short for homeboy or hombre.
Or homie.
I
Do
think
you think that all comes from hombre or hombre or?
Well, homeboy is definitely homeboy's got to be short for hometown boy, right? Like a boy from your hometown.
Like stoop kid, like homeboy.
Stoop kid's
It's short
afraid to
for
leave
homie.
his stoop. 2020.
Stoop
Stoop kid's afraid to leave his stoop. 2020. Stoop kid's
Fake
afraid
news.
to leave his stoop. 2020.
Stoop kid left his
Stoop kid's
stoop, man.
afraid to leave his stoop. 2020.
Stoop kid left the stoop. It's short for homie, which is friend.
It's gotta be. So, like, yeah, homeboy has to be short for hometown boy. Like, a homeboy is somebody from your hometown. Homie,
I call them homers.
home slice, homie, homer, homes. But then, like, so, like, like this idea, like, I've Googled it before, and, like, a lot of people do think it's Holmes, like Sherlock Holmes.
So there's a debate
I
about it.
really don't think it comes from Sherlock Holmes. And it's really popular in, like, Hispanic, like it's like a popular like Hispanic slang. Yeah. And
So that makes you feel like it might be hombre or
that's what made me think hombre, but I don't think it's hombre because Holmes is spelled with an H, and like Spanish words that have that like phoneme phenome that phoneme are would be spelled with a J, because like H in Spanish is silent and J makes the H sound. So I really don't think that Holmes comes from hombre, because otherwise it would be ohms, because they don't say hombre.
right.
Right. So I really think it's just short for homeboy. Like, I really think it's short for homeboy. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Or Holmes or Sherlock Holmes.
This is like
I just like thinking that they're like, well,
See,
yeah, because like Sherlock Holmes is my homeboy. My name's Watson, and I do things with my homeboy Sherlock Holmes.
elementary, my dear Watson. Yeah, I know Holmes.
Wow.
Oh man. See, this whole game just opening up drawers and being scared of them?
It's
If I wanted that, I'd start dating again.
a fear. It's a fear simulator.
Right?
So
Maybe in.
I bet when they did the did they check Luigi's heart rate change when he was doing this mission?
Now, Blake, when you say you ask a lot of white people questions, do you mean that you ask you ask questions to a lot of white people, or do you mean
No.
you ask a lot of white people questions? Like, can I touch your hair?
Oh, bad question. Just don't ever do that.
Well, it's like I was looking for a white person question, and that seemed the most quintessentially white person of the questions.
Just a small town boy.
I'm not being
Born and raised in
racist, but
Kansas now.
I know, I'm just joking. I was just clarifying what you mean by white people questions. See, right now I'm so tempted to do the butt pound, but I can't, because I can't fucking jump. Dude, none of these buttons do anything. Would it have killed them to just let me jump? Just for my own satisfaction. Because I'm not doing anything else in this game. I'm literally just, like, knocking things over as I walk past them.
And you haven't even busted out the ghost vac.
For real, dude. And that's a shame
You're
because
still just rocking a flashlight. It's like a survival horror with some campy with it.
Can't they just let me bust a few things? Because bustin' makes me feel good. Feel good. Feel good.
As Tony Shalhoub, as Monk would say, Blake, it's a gift and a curse.
Tony Shalhoub as Luigi.
Okay, I'm bought. I'm sold. Give me the Luigi's Mansion movie.
Starring Tony Shalhoub. It's like 13 Ghosts.
Oh my God, that was Luigi's Mansion.
Well, it was Tony Shalhoub, right?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
And Matthew Lillard as the ghost hunter.
Matthew Lillard could be Toad.
Okay. Who's King Who? Hologram Dom DeLuise.
The best answer, Craig. I don't know what the fuck to do.
The answer.
This game is lame. This lame is game. No, this lame is not game, but this game is lame. I am not even.
I imagine it's one of those games where, like, you got to get deeper into it. I don't know. How many hours of playtime do you think this to complete this game would take?
Let me respond to
if
your
you're
question.
Guessing.
I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna do what people do in political debates and ignore your question and ask you a question.
This sounds excellent for discourse.
How much fun are you having right now, Craig? Because it's exactly the amount of fun that I am having as far as playing this game is concerned. You are doing the exact same amount that I am doing in this game.
Actually, you're the one with the control, and you're like touching buttons. So startled.
Basically, the extent of the is an Alan Wake sequel. I never played Alan Wake, but I'm assuming Alan Wake. I never will because you asked that question.
I never played Alan Wake myself, but it is available on Game Pass right now, and I was tempted.
The best part of this game was that.
With the ghost puppers?
The best part of this game is the fucking Charles Martinet like audio reactions. Is
Frank Welker involved in this at all?
Oh, Charles Martinet. He's the Frank Welker of humans. Oh my God! That is Charles Martinet to a T, dude. The Frank Welker of humans.
Frank Welker of humans. Okay, so Alan Wake kills demons with a flashlight, and he hates his wife. That's like, those are the things that we can take away from this game. All right, I'll pass. I normally don't really like playing a lot of those survival horror games because, especially when, like, first off, I get spooked easily in a lot of these games. Like, I tried playing Outlast for a little bit, and that didn't last long. I played The Evil Within for about 45 minutes before I got too startled, and then I watched a Let's Play.
I have to hold A. I'm listening.
It's something about actually playing the game is much scarier when, like, you're the one involved with all the stuff I don't know, at least personally to me, just watching it. It's like I want to love them, but I can't do them. Give me Deep Rock Galactic. I'll fucking ride or die with that game. For Carl. For Carl! Deep Rock Galactic. It's space dwarves mining for minerals and fighting alien insects.
Okay, Jeremy.
I don't. Is that because of the dwarves thing?
Craig is every guest host but himself. I'm just kidding. All right, now say something problematic and make fun of our listeners so you can be Phil.
Oh, looks like I'm not every other guest host.
Oh shit, I didn't. Yeah, Craig's like, I am not gonna do either of those things. Well, I'll do the first thing because everything's problematic. Okay, you fucking soy boy.
First thing, first off, you're putting problematic words in my mouth. Blake, what would you say is one of your favorite RPGs like to play that has come out? Don't say Final Fantasy 9 or 7. Just that has come out in like the last 5 years. If you haven't played any newer RPGs. And apparently Luigi's Mansion takes about 18 hours to complete. KOTAR, all right, Knights of the Republic. I loved those games. Absolutely love those games.
I am not comfortable with what I've learned, but I'm going to say yes to move on.
I'm not comfortable with what I've learned. Nothing about this whole thing makes me comfortable as a Luigi.
Are you comfortable with what you've learned? I'm not comfortable. No, learning is not a comfortable experience for anyone.
KOTAR is definitely in my top 5 games of all time. So I think we talked about that in the past podcast.
Dude, you don't have Disney Plus, do you?
I don't. No.
Oh, I want to spoil it so bad.
Is it The Mandalore?
Oh, no. So good. Not even so good, just so enjoyable. Just so good despite not having any rational justification for why I think it's so good. I do have rational justification, but it would be a spoiler to say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know when I'm going to end up seeing it.
Spoiler alert, it's not rational justification. It's just Star Wars fanboy shit. It's like whoever's making The Mandalorian is the master of appealing to toxic Star Wars fanboys without being toxic, and I should know. Because I am a toxic Star Wars fanboy who wants desperately to not be toxic.
So it was made for you. Oh, that's great. Oh, Nathan, old question from the beginning of this entire live session. Could you say without a certainty what your favorite Treehouse of Horrors segment is? The segment, not the whole thing.
No, I couldn't because I would really have to like take a look. I wouldn't know like what off the top of my head. I can't think of enough of them.
I could immediately say the Omega Man, the one where I think it's Treehouse of Horror 5 from season 6, where Homer fixes the toaster and travels through time.
Ooh.
Oh, I
Um,
wish I
oh.
hadn't killed that fish.
Yeah, the first two that come to mind are number one, the fucking Homer 3D thing. That was Treehouse of
Okay.
Horror, right? Because I remember that
Yep.
being an event in the household and being like, "Wow, Homer's walking around in the
Yep.
real world."
He was trying to hide from Patty and Selma when they came to visit. Went behind the bookcase and found a portal to the third dimension.
By the way, is Treehouse of Horror not coming out until after Halloween this year, or is it out today or yesterday? Or
Like most years, not every year, but like most years, interfering with the World Series and whatnot. I believe it's probably going to come out on the tomorrow on the 1st.
okay,
Because that's when the Bob's Burgers Halloween special comes out, which is hands down currently one of my favorite animated shows right now.
I'm sorry, but speaking as an utter and complete hypocrite, I think it's fucking bullshit when you release a Halloween special after Halloween, dude. Like, what the? No one, like, the season's over, man. I would rather you release it in September than release it after Halloween. Like, I'm trying to get
Yeah,
hyped
people
for
are done with
Halloween.
it.
Yeah.
People are done with Halloween by I mean, that's half of their jokes the Simpsons have.
But
Like
the
for the last 10 years.
The last few years, I feel like they've gone before Halloween, haven't they? And I thought maybe they were finally
they tried to. It
Yeah.
always has to deal with whether or not the World Series goes a week longer than it should. So blame Major League Baseball if you want to blame somebody.
Yeah, fuck Major League Baseball then. Yeah, it's the
For
last few
real?
years, man, the fucking Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but last year, I already know, like, you know, the Simpsons isn't as good as it used to be. Everyone says it's bad now. No, forget all that. This last Treehouse of Horror special was fucking horrendous. It was last year that they did, like, Stranger
They even
Things and
did
stuff,
two.
right?
They even did two of them. They did the Thanksgiving of Horror, whatever.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Yeah, they did. I don't think you did because I remember talking to you about it.
No,
But-
Thanksgiving of Horror, dude. I had no idea.
Well, best overall Treehouse of Horror episode as a whole would be Treehouse of Horror 4, Season 5. It's the one with the gremlin on the bus.
Ooh.
And where Homer sells his soul for a donut.
And I really... oh, yeah. Homer sells his soul for a donut, classic. Also, the zombie one sticks out to me. The old zombie one.
That's in the same episode. So those three,
I thought so.
That was episode Treehouse of Horror 4 on Season 5.
Okay, then that's gotta be the best. Gotta be.
Yeah, of the overall, yeah.
Last year's the worst. Literally, like their best joke in that whole episode last year was that Lisa was bald because she was 11. Get it? Because 11 is bald. So Lisa is bald because she's 11. It's a joke,
And then she
Craig.
went, what?
Craig, why aren't you laughing? Lisa is bald because
Where
11 is bald.
Where does the hair
Hold on,
start?
Craig. Lisa is bald because 11 is bald. Craig, Lisa is bald because 11 is bald.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just not funny.
Craig, Homer shot Flanders because Homer doesn't like Flanders.
I mean, that's funny given the right context because there's a zombie apocalypse.
Craig, it's funny because Homer doesn't like Flanders. Get it? Because Homer doesn't like Flanders. So he shot him. It's funny.
That's the zombie one, right?
No, it was the Stranger Things one. Flanders was the Demogorgon.
Oh.
So he shot him.
Oh.
Get it? Because he doesn't like him. So he shot him. Get it?
Because that
It's
happened.
a joke.
That happened in the zombie one where he was like, "You shot zombie Flanders," and he goes, "Flanders was a zombie."
Oh,
see you laughed. So
well,
there's
maybe if
something
it was
said about it.
maybe if it was a callback to that joke. If I rewatch it and determine that it was a callback to that joke, then it gets a little bit of amnesty for me. But
Well, this at least though, because that at least had a setup and a punchline.
yeah,
To
no,
Homer
yeah.
shooting Flanders.
The whole fucking Treehouse of Horror special last year was so like literally there were no jokes. Like no jokes, dude. Like Lisa being bald because 11 is bald is not a joke. Like that's just an aesthetic detail of a satire. Like
I mean, that's what the last several seasons of Simpsons have felt like to me. You know, I defended Simpsons for so much longer than everybody else did. A lot of people will say that it jumped the shark in like season 9 with the fake Principal Skinner episode. While that episode's not great, I still find so much value in later seasons upwards to like season 23, 24. The Flight of the Conchords were in the season 22 episode season premiere, and that was really good.
oh word. I didn't know
Yeah, it's
Flight of
pretty
the
funny.
Conchords were in it. That's fucking awesome. What year was that?
I don't know exactly what year, but it was the season 22 premiere. I only know that because I watched it a couple days ago with Sarah. I finally got her into Flight of the Conchords, and it's been so fun for me to relive all the
so
Flight of the
good.
Conchords stuff.
How do you like that taste of your own dick medicine, Craig?
What? What? My dick? I don't know what it tastes like.
I'm done with Luigi's Mansion, by the way. I just can't even anymore. It's not. I don't.
I was having so much fun in conversation. I didn't even notice you stopped playing.
Yeah, it's the video game equivalent of last year's Treehouse of Horror. Like, literally.
The worst? I don't know about that.
Wow, are so few people playing this that I don't even have a, like, are you for real?
What are you playing? Super Mario Maker?
It's Super Mario 35. So you play Super Mario,
Oh.
and there's 35 other people playing. And when you kill an enemy, you send it to one of your opponent's screens.
That's nuts. So you're literally fighting everybody else's battles. Like you're sending. Yeah, so you're trying to kind of like Dr. Mario it.
Right. It's like Dr. Mario, yeah.
Damn,
Oh,
yo.
booty.
Try to speedrun that shit. Watch out. What are those little things? Are those chickens or?
They're Goombas. What do you mean? They're mushrooms. They're urban mushrooms.
No, the ones that were just like, they looked like weird white sprites to me. They didn't look like Goombas. Were they Goombas with wings?
Paragoombas? I don't know, but I started playing Super Mario Odyssey, and I was like, yo, this is basically Animorphs, the game. Tetris 99 for Mario. Yeah, exactly.
So, is it... Wait, what the game? Did you say Animorphs the game?
Animorphs in Mario Odyssey, because you can control, you like possess creatures like enemies. Like, so as
But
soon
what
as
about
I possess
the war trauma?
The war trauma from Animorphs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
much
like that.
trauma. Mario's traumatized. Mario, I know.
If it wasn't on a 3DS, I haven't had a chance to play it in like the last, I don't know how many. The last Nintendo system I owned was Super Nintendo. Wow. That's nuts. I didn't even buy a Wii. I didn't even get a Wii. I can get one for like $20 now, can't I?
I didn't know there was a Joe and Mac too. Probably.
There's so many games to choose from.
I know. What do we wanna do?
I vote for Star Fox, but I don't know about other people.
The fuck is this Japanese shit? Star Fox? Alright. Star Fox 2?
Oh, Star Fox 2. That was the secret one, right? The one that was never really released.
I don't think so. Was it?
Yeah, and then it came out on the Super Nintendo Mini or whatever. There was Star Fox and then Star Fox 64. And then
You're
when they released the Super
right.
Nintendo Mini, they're like, there's a hidden Star Fox 2.
Play some Japanese shit.
Oh, it looks like you could beat Super Mario Odyssey in like an hour.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I've already almost beat Mario Odyssey, and I'm like, really? Like, it seems almost expected. Like, what the fuck happened to, like, a grand... Why can't... Like, I feel like it's been since Mario 64 that we had a grand Mario adventure, and that almost doesn't feel like it counts because you're jumping in paintings. Give us a 3D Super Mario World, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
For the
So you
sake of
say?
the fucks.
For the sake of the fucks. And the fuck's sake.
Normal is a very problematic word, Star Fox.
Oh, normal? Like what? Explain what you mean by normal.
So I was never a big Star Fox fan, for Fox's sake. So this is honestly like my first serious engagement with Star Fox. Oh shit. Did I skip it? I'm setting control, or I'm selecting pilots. Okay. All right, who do I want for my pilot?
Do a barrel roll.
Skippy.
Do a barrel roll.
Skippy?
Slippy.
Slippy, sorry.
Falco? We're hearing Falco.
Wait, is this player 2? I don't want a player 2.
Too late.
Motherfucking
You need a wingman.
Falco and shit. Okay, yeah, no.
You need a
it's
wingman. Isn't that crazy? Like you start playing some of these games, and when you actually get choice to choose characters, you don't choose the main character. You immediately want to go to one of the ancillary characters.
I feel like
you don't normally play as them.
that depends on the person. 'Cause then you got people like Steve who like do usually go for the main character, you know?
Star Fox, Mario, Leonardo.
Yeah, that's Steve to a T.
I wish the Hype Cheesehead was in here.
Also, Steve to a T is a good band name for like
For Steve, actually.
just for Steve.
Just for Steve. Steve to a T. And like the album cover is just gonna be a white t-shirt. He's one of the only people that rocks the fuck out of a plain white tee and makes it look like good, you know, like that's a fashion statement. I wish Steve was in the chat so he could hear me talking about how cool he is.
I could see if he wants to get on the stream with us. That'd be dope, yo. How long has it been since me, you, and Steve hung out? We're probably getting off of here soon, though, huh?
Yeah,
it's already been 3.5 hours, bro.
Time flies when you're reading shitty creepypastas and playing a few different things. And
yeah, wow, it's been 3.5 hours. It's 10:30. Holy shit! It's so much later than I thought it was.
Happy Halloween, make a wish. We get an extra hour of bullshit tonight.
All right, Craig, I've waited long enough. How about that Batman, Craig? How about that Batman, though?
Are you trying to discuss Batman on this Silph Radio Live?
Ooh, that Batman, though.
Which
Batman's
Batman,
got it going on.
You got it going on. We've been duetting. If you like to, I think is the name of the song. Sarah and I have been duetting it.
If that's
what you're into. Oh,
if that's what you're into. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Him and you and him.
Yeah.
And you doing stuff.
Have you ever watched Garfunkel and Oates?
Is that the girl from Scrubs with a ukulele?
Yes. I didn't remember that she was on
I
Scrubs,
haven't.
but now that you said
She
that,
dated Ted.
she dated Ted. Yes.
I'm glad. You're happy to see me, Grady Paragon. Thankfully, it's been a great episode. I was a little nervous about this one. This is my first time being a live host-ish guest.
Oh my goodness, it was so much fun.
Thank you guys for sticking with us for 3.5 hours. That's dedication.
Yeah, and join us next week. We should be starting up our Pokemon Sword adventure. I am so excited because next week could be as soon as tomorrow. I don't even know. Like next week starts in well, it would
Monday,
normally start
on
in
the
an hour
2nd.
and a half, 2.5 hours though, because we got that special extra hour.
I'm excited about Monday and the 2nd because I could finally go see a doctor for something. So we'll get that information taken care of, and then I'll know what to do about myself.
Yes, and then you can comfortably move into the golden age of Silph Radio with the rest of us.
Oh, is that what this is? The golden age?
The golden age of Secret Room, excuse me.
Did something happen? Did my camera get all weird?
I don't see anything weird. Looks
I mean,
like
I just felt like it cut off me at like my nose at some point.
let's
like
turn
here below.
this stream into the Sword and Shield debut. Dude, I'm like literally that close to taking you up on that. Like I'm literally like that close to being like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it, and going and grabbing the Sword and Shield game. But the thing is, I know if I did that like right now it seems super fun. Within 10 minutes I'd be like, I probably should have done this next week. And you guys would think the same thing. I'm really excited. That said, I'm curious. I'm still very curious, like, who you guys, like, who does the chat want me to choose for my starter?
Oh, that's right. There's I think I've already forgotten what starters there even are.
Grookey, Sobble, and Scorbunny. You know what?
Grookey would be the grass type, right?
Yes. Grass
Let's
monkey. The funky monkey.
Oh, it's a grass monkey.
It's a grass monkey.
Yeah, go with the grass monkey, man.
I'll
That
tell you
sounds
right now,
awesome.
Scorbunny, sorry Blake, but Scorbunny is definitely my least favorite out of the three. I like Scorbunny, I'm not knocking it. But Sobble is definitely my favorite. I want to go with Sobble. But I guess we'll see who's in the chat and what everybody says and what decision we end up coming to amongst ourselves between myself, the guest host, and the chat. I'm very excited. Very
Rock, paper,
excited.
scissors for it.
Tremendously excited. Let me tell you, nobody's ever been excited as me. Hopefully, those are on their way out. I'm more hopeful than ever about it. And with that said,
It won't fix most of the problems, but it'll fix a couple of the problems.
yeah, probably won't even fix a couple of the problems. It'll
It'll stem the bleeding for a couple of the problems.
It'll prevent a few impending problems. How about that?
But it actually might pave the way for future worse impending problems. I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, let's do that on the next one. What are you doing tomorrow? Which starts in 3 hours. I'm just kidding. All right.
Oh, it actually starts in 2.5 hours.
Yes, which is, I was rounding up to 3.
Yeah, sure.
I don't even know if I use the water type very often because there are no more HMs, so they aren't as necessary. Yeah, you say that now. Just wait till Donald Trump gets elected for his fucking 4th term. And you have to
then it's Waterworld, and all you're doing is using grass type for everything.
Or you just, like, you need water world. You need, like, There's no
Oh,
more.
we're out of water. Is it
Yeah.
like Mad Max Fury Road and
It's
and there's a water shortage?
yeah. Yep. All right. That was a Silph Radio dead. And thanks, guys. It's been a
Silph Radio
fantastic
dead.
blast.
Yeah, I had so much fun. Thanks for having me on, Nathan. Thank you, viewers, for shouting from the rooftops that you want Craig on.
Yes. Yes. Much more to come. I'm gonna get the fair shares up, so all you patrons, sorry I didn't get the fair share up this week, but me and Craig recorded a Halloween one, and me and Phil recorded a Halloween one. So I'm gonna
Over here
Yeah,
complaining about Simpsons with their massive budget putting out late Halloween specials, and our Halloween fair share comes out after Halloween. It had to be.
To be fair, though, I'm not the most popular sitcom of all time.
To be fair.
To be a master, Pokemon master. All right, guys. Rock on. From now and forever. Bye.
Oh my God! God!
God.